cardiac care centers, so we're here when you need us most. We lead with more than 55 locations in Georgia. That means we're always in the heart of your neighborhood. We lead with clarity, because clear direction is better when it comes to understanding every step of your treatment. Northside Hospital Heart Institute. We lead with heart.
Stream Braves baseball in crystal clear HD on the Fan app. Now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now. You're listening to the Ford Leadoff Show, brought to you by your local Ford dealer, where you can check out the Ford Bronco designed to get you over, around, or through almost anything that nature throws your way.
Welcome back to the Braves Radio Network studios here in the Battery, Atlanta. Barrett Sallee, Chris Domino with you, getting you ready for the rubber match between the Braves and the Giants. 12:15 with Ben and Joe. Your first will be the first pitch. Paul Bird on the sideline as well. This broadcast of the Atlanta Braves is brought to you by Cortland. Discover next.
A lot of fans and collectors will look at the T206 set as the more famous of the sets that were produced in the early part of the 20th century, and certainly they would carry more financial value. But when you talk to collectors, some will tell you that these T205s are actually more physically attractive. They're maybe the most physically attractive cards produced prior to World War II.
Well, if you look at the infield, they just came out and put, Diamond Dry everywhere except where McKinstry needed it right here.
Wonder when he realized he broke his chain. With an all-star bonus, he can get a new one.
I don't know what is causing this, but we have seen more bats leave players' hands at the plate this year than I ever remember.
Junior, line shot. Got a chance. They counted it, though. They did.
Together as one, hear us roar. TYM Tractors, a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Don't miss an incredible lineup of Braves giveaways this season, including bobbleheads, collectibles, and a replica jersey. Visit Braves.com/promos to see them all.
Attention Braves fans, ever wanted to win a Yanmar UTV or a Yanmar SA223 tractor? Well, here's your chance. It's the Yanmar Strikeout the Side inning. During the 8th inning of every Braves game, one lucky fan will be selected for a chance to win a Yanmar UTV if the Braves pitcher strikes out the side. Plus, at the end of the season, you could win the grand prize, a Yanmar SA223 tractor. Register now at Braves.com/Yanmar for your chance to win the Yanmar Strikeout the Side inning, where the excitement never stops.
Hey Braves fans, summer is officially here, and you know what that means. Bugs, termites, mosquitoes, ants, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Braves, so you know you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. Do you see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for it.
Let me get back to you on that. Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get a Hyundai Palisade with 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days, or up to $2,750 bonus cash. Hyundai is a proud partner of the Atlanta Braves. Offers end July 31st. Call 813-867-0006 for complete offer details.
When there's baseball news you need to know before the trade deadline, never lose touch with the radio home of the Braves. Listen to Chuck and Chernoff weekday afternoons from 2 to 6 on 680 The Fan.
We are covering all the bases on the Ford Leadoff Show. Brought to you by your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of your Atlanta Braves.
Welcome back. Barrett Sallee and Chris Domino with you, getting you ready for the Braves and Giants. It'll be Spencer Strider for the Braves. It'll be Justin Verlander for the Giants. Let's break it down.
It's time for the Strong Arm Pitching Matchup. Brought to you by John Foy & Associates Personal Injury Law, where they treat every client with dignity, compassion, and respect. Get the Strong Arm today. JohnFoy.com.
All right, Spencer Strider on the mound. He's got a 4-7 ERA, 3.59 or 4-7 record, 3.59 ERA, 82 strikeouts, 27 walks, and a 1.27 WHIP. Opponents are batting .210 against him, and he has been a lot better over the last few games. It does seem like he's figuring things out, figuring out how to pitch without maybe the 97, 98 mile an hour fastball.
Yeah, and he's going to have another offseason and another spring training. It's hard to work on stuff on side sessions and to feel comfortable enough throwing it, especially when you're a guy who's a little bit meticulous. My guess is whatever it is he likes the most coming out of this year, it's going to be better than this next year. There's going to be something that he's going to say, that's the one that I want to carry to spring training, having that in my pocket as many days as possible. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but he certainly is not going to be a one-pitch, two-pitch type pitcher. What he's going to be, I think, is a 1-1A type pitcher with 2 being filthy on top of that.
Yeah, I mean, and look, for Spencer Strider, I don't know what he had when he was 12, 13, 14, but he's always been a flamethrower, at least over the last, 6, 7, 8 years of his life. It's hard to, if you're used to throwing 100 and that being your go-to, and now you're at 95, 96, you have to develop things that you've never really had to develop before. And like Snit said earlier today in the Brian Snitker report, he's done a really good job of that. And we'll see that could benefit him long term if next year, the year after, the 100 mile an hour gas does come back and he can implement what he's learning this year.
Well, he's got the mentals, and he's not going to leave a stone unturned. I just think whatever it is he likes coming out of this year, he's going to sharpen that up. He'll bring it to spring training. The infamous first start, second start, I'm working on stuff. My guess is he will have worked on it during the offseason, and it'll be ready to go. I really believe he's going to be a 1-1A 2 pitcher, and that'll still keep him ahead of most people who are trying to find a third pitch or don't know when to throw it, or it doesn't even come out of the bullpen on so many nights that you're lost on the mound. I don't think there's going to be nights when he's lost.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Last time out, 6 innings, 3 hits, no earned run, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts against the Yankees. He did have a pretty solid game against the Giants out there. It was still kind of when he was rounding back into form. It went 6 innings. He allowed 4 runs. 3 of them were earned. So, I think that was the Kimbrel game.
Yeah,
I think that's when Kimbrel
Don't
came.
ask him if he thought that was okay.
Well, yeah.
because he grades on what I like to say is the tough guy curve, where he's not really going to give many inches as to making excuses as to why it didn't work. Let me go to Verlander on this. This is it, folks. Take a look, because this is the dinosaur, and the dinosaur is they're extinct. The push to 300, which I think he thought he reasonably could have at 262 coming into this year, it's over.
Yeah.
He's 42 years old. Now, do you know what this is? 42, 40, 37, 34, kind of an outlier, 41, 36, 35, 38, 35, 38, 35. That's the top 10 active pitchers' ages. Verlander's 42. Do you know that there were only active pitchers? There's only 19 in baseball that have won 100 games. We're going to watch Verlander go away. Scherzer's going to go away. Kershaw's going to go away.
Rich Hill's going to stay.
Charlie Morton might be going away. He's fifth, by the way, with 143. The 300-game winner is gone. The 250-game winner, for all intents and purposes, absolutely feels like it's gone. Now, if you want to tell me Paul Skeens, Mazeroski, you want to give me any young guy you're going to give me, that's funny. Because, first of all, you got to be in a position to make all your starts. You got to be in a position where the bullpen doesn't blow games. And then you got to pitch for 23 years. Like, okay.
There's so much history right here. And when I put it on and it's so light, it just feels just right. It feels just right. I mean, look at this. It got the city on it. When I was 7 years old, my uncle takes me where? To Shea Stadium. Darryl Strawberry hits a home run and I become a fan for life.
To like build this for them and spend the last year of coming up with this concept and getting it off the ground and getting everybody here, like it just feels really good to have everybody coming and experiencing the thing that we've been working so hard on. To be able to like take the experiences of Comic-Con and add that to a card show just is really fulfilling, because as somebody who grew up going to card shows and still goes to the same card show in the same church basement in Trumbull, Connecticut every month, like it's great. Card shows are amazing, but to be able to add all of this experience is what makes this great.
I feel like food and sharing a meal with someone is a universal language. You can't go to a ballpark and not have a nice hot dog. So if I'm at the ballpark, I'm gonna get a nice heavy glizzy. You gotta have chili on there, you gotta have cheese. If your hot dog isn't bending in the middle because it's like about to fall apart, then you're not doing it right. So you gotta have a glizzy and then something cold, whatever it is, beer, lemonade. You gotta have something cold to wash that hot dog down with.
Hit by a truck, injured on the job. We're ready to help you today. There's never a fee until we win for you. That's the Strong Arm. Our prize picks of the day coming up on the other side. He's Chris Domino. I'm Barrett Salee. It's the Ford Leadoff Show on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is
Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge.
Smart fridge?
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
Napa has the parts and the expertise to help your business stay ahead of the game. That's why Napa is a proud partner of the 2025 Atlanta Braves. Two legends driven to win from the field to the open road. While Napa is powering fleets and garages across the country, the Braves are delivering pennants, MVPs, and championships. So no matter the size of your business, Napa are the pros that know how to keep you moving at full speed.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Hurry up and get your Braves tickets for the 2025 season. With great matchups and multiple seating options and packages available, there's something every fan will love. Visit Braves.com/tickets today.
When the Braves slide into second to score a double, you better slide into the McDonald's app to get free fries. Don't miss out on this deal. The day after the Braves hit a double, you get yourself free large fries with any purchase only in the McDonald's app. Golden, crispy, world famous, free. Just be sure you download the app to catch this winning deal from your favorite winning team.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid July 18th, 2025 through August 29th, 2025. At participating McDonald's, valid once per day, must opt into rewards.
There's a tidal wave of clean car happiness sweeping across Braves country. Tidal Wave Auto Spa is your go-to car wash destination for a game day ready ride. Experience Major League Clean at Tidal Wave, the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves. Stay clean car happy all season long with membership discounts, exclusive giveaways, and more. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves for details.
My car is happy. I am happy. Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
Mom, how do you know you found the one?
You just feel it. It'll be everything you want and more. And it'll be a part of Toyota's lineup.
When you know it's the one, get it at the Big One sales event. Get 1.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2024 Toyota Tacoma Hybrid. Offer valid through August 4th, 2025. Zero down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $28.64 monthly payment for every $1,000 financed. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
When there's baseball news you need to know before the trading deadline, never lose touch with the radio home of the Braves. Chuck and Chernoff, weekday afternoons from 2 to 6 on the Fan app as well.
Here's a pitch right down the middle. For the thrill seekers, day trippers, and sightseers and all of us, check out the Ford Bronco Sport at buyfordnow.com. Proud sponsor of the Ford Leadoff Show and your Atlanta Braves.
Welcome back. Final segment of the Ford Leadoff Show before we send you across the streets of Truist Park for Game 3 between the Giants and the Braves. Catch in on baseball action with Prize Picks, the official daily fantasy sports partner of the Atlanta Braves. Download Prize Picks and use code BRAVES, and you'll get $50 instantly when you play $5. Must be present in certain states. Visit Prize Picks.
So the reason I got to Cooperstown is because I played with Cal, and I played with Eddie, and I played with some of the greatest players ever. And you know, I just had to figure out how I did my job, and I was honored to have some of the best players that ever played put on uniforms, and they happen to be Oriole uniforms. If there's ever any doubt that I'm 78, all I got to do is look at my old cards, and I know.
Five-man umpiring crew here today in
this young superstar.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yes, so Hoppy Tritt, they got their feet tangled up before the ball came down. That goes.
Milwaukee Brewers on June 11th. Still been a long time ago.
It's 100 games in. We're at a mark 100 games, and it should have been much more exciting than who are we chasing down, who's chasing us, but what are we going to do to get better at the trade deadline to ensure the spot in October? There's a lot of that not going on right now today.
I remember that game in Milwaukee. That was one of those that we're like, okay, the turnaround might be happening. I don't know. We'll see. For Colin Madden, for Joe Virgin, for Chris Domino, I'm Barrett Sallee. Game 3, Giants and Braves. Coming your way on the Braves Radio Network right now.
Go ahead, caller. Got a question for Michael Harris II?
Hey, Mike. Are you giving away your Bronco again this year?
You know it. Let me tell you how. One lucky fan could drive home Michael Harris II's custom Ford Bronco. Go to winmoneymikesbronco.com and get a link to enter for a chance to win today. This year, it was all my idea. No purchase necessary. Odds depend on entries received. Open to select legal residents of Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, and Tennessee 18 or older. Rules at winmoneymikesbronco.com. Entries must be received by and sweeps ends 9/2/20.
And you're just too stylish to have superstitions.
Zero. I can't do it. Too many collared cleats, too many gloves, too many webbing gloves, too many bats.
I do put on my right glove first, then the left, then the thumb guard, then I put on my leg guard, my elbow guard.
Anything you put on first?
Nah, not really.
Nothing?
Nah. I like to say I'm not superstitious, but a little stitious.
Coaster of emotions this season, with huge wins, heartbreaking losses, and a roster ready to show the world that the Atlanta Braves are still here.
2-2 pitch, and Olsen muscles one deep down the right field line, and is gone! Another bomb by Olsen.
It's time to battle back, and the 2025 Atlanta Braves are ready.
Acuna swings, gets into it, deep center, to the wall, streaking out of here. 2-run home run, Ronald Acuna, first pitch, and he pulls the trigger and blasts one out of here.
Atlanta Braves baseball on the Braves Radio Network is brought to you by the original Louisiana hot sauce. Flavor favors the bold. Your local Ford dealers, proud partner of your Atlanta Braves. The Home Depot, how doers get more done. Your local Hyundai dealer, proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. John Foy and Associates Personal Injury Law. Get the strong arm. Arrow Exterminators, make the right call and protect your home or business from pests by calling 888-GO-ARROW. Peachtree Orthopedics, same day, evenings and Saturdays. It's time to get better. SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of the Atlanta Braves. Yanmar Tractors and Engines, an official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. Your Atlanta area Lexus dealer. Experience amazing. Simply Sport, the official CBD partner of your Atlanta Braves. TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. City of Hope Atlanta, making hope a reality for cancer patients throughout the Southeast. East. Attorney Ken Nugent. One call, that's all. Xfinity. Get one internet price for 5 years with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Pennington Grass Seed. Official partner of the Atlanta Braves grounds crew. ServPro. When disaster strikes, call ServPro to make it like it never even happened. Saya LTL Freight. The official freight and logistics company of the Atlanta Braves. Corona Extra. La Playa awaits. Georgia Power. The official.
What is something that you snack on that you don't worry about?
I love Uncrustables. I could eat like 10 of them in one sitting.
And no regard for his body? I don't even wait till I thaw out.
Hey, put them in a toaster next time. Just toast it, yep. It'll change your life.
Yeah, just an incredible play by Riley Green. You're an all-star on the field and off, bro.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
thank you.
Riley Green, bro, food genius.
Five-man umpiring crew here today in this young superstar.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yes, so Hoppy Tritt, they got their feet tangled up before the ball came down.
That goes helicoptering into the net. It's pumped on.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
A little tumble behind the mound. Hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
Think the velocity is going to arc back up toward the upper 90s again. He's still throwing 95 to 96 without any problem, but the other stuff has come on him. He's pitching a lot better with the complement of the breaking stuff.
And he's been good at home. He's got a 2.75 ERA, so that's been terrific to see. Just need to get some runs because last night was a real struggle at the plate for the Braves.
Yeah, just didn't get anything going. It was hard to get anybody in scoring position. It wasn't like the night before when they got 9 runs on fewer hits. So, again, let's just get on the board early and cash in.
All right, series on the line. We'll have the first pitch coming up in a moment. Also, when we come back, Joe will introduce you to the starting lineups, and then we'll have the first pitch of the game. Braves and Giants this afternoon, right here on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
The original Louisiana brand hot sauce. It's the perfect balance of peppers, vinegar, and the salty tears of Mets fans. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
Hey fans, don't miss a pitch.
double play, or game-winning home run. Because life's best moments deserve crystal clear vision at Marietta Eye Clinic. Our 35 award-winning doctors cover everything from kids' eye exams to advanced surgeries with the latest technology. This July, we're opening our new Johns Creek Clinic and Surgery Center, bringing you 13 convenient Atlanta area locations. With easy online scheduling, expert care is just a click away. Book now at MariettaEye.com. Marietta Eye Clinic. Your vision, our priority.
When you open a Corona, you hear the sounds of wherever you are a little differently. A little more Corona. And you think to yourself, why am I just listening? Corona. La Playa awaits. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
You need all the energy you can get for game day.
Celebra tú también con Betcris.
Well, if you look at the infield, they just came out and put, Diamond Dry everywhere except where McKinstry needed it right here.
Wonder when he realized he broke his chain. With an all-star bonus, he can get a new one.
I don't know what is causing this, but we have seen more bats leave players' hands at the plate this year than I ever remember.
Line shot. Got a chance. They counted it, though. They did.
He will bat cleanup and do the catching. Batting fifth at second base is Ozzie Albies. Michael Harris II is in center field, moving up to the sixth spot in the order. Batting seventh, playing third base, Nacho Alvarez. Eli White will get the start in right field, and he bats eighth. And batting ninth, playing shortstop, is Nick Allen. Once more for the Braves, it's Profar, Olson, and Baldwin, Murphy, Albies, and Harris, Alvarez, White, and Allen. Those are your starting lineups. Back with first pitch right after this on the Braves Radio Network.
Have you ever wondered if there was something special you could put on your food to make it even better? There is, and it's called the Original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce, perfectly blending zesty peppers, tangy vinegar, and salty salt. The Original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce makes curly fries into curl your toes fries, and every plate of nachos into nacho heck yeah. Only the Original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce is bold enough to be the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
Spoiler alert. A two-word warning that we're about to ruin the end. But sometimes, spoilers can be worthwhile. And so, we designed the Lexus NX to reveal many things. Like taking the mystery out of how close you are between parking space lines, or the time you'll arrive at your dinner reservation. Technology designed to remove surprise endings. It's just a better story that way. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Atlanta Braves and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Atlanta Braves.
Braves fans, this is Kevin Swanson, new business manager for IBEW Local 613, the South's largest and most trusted electrical workers union. From iconic projects like Truist Park, Sanford Stadium, to shaping the heart of Atlanta's skyline, our members power the places that matter. If you're ready for a career with purpose, opportunity, and a team that always has your back, IBEW Local 613 is where you belong. Visit IBEW613.org and click Join Us today.
Hard hit ball to short, scooped up and tossed to second. Quick turnaround, it's going to be close. Throws it to first and he's out. Double play.
A Braves double play is a well-oiled machine, just like Valvoline Instant Oil Change. We'll change your oil in about 15 minutes while you stay in your car.
The newfangled idea of the time was night games, and teams thought that the shiny material of satin would reflect the stadium lights better. But satin comes with all kinds of issues. Despite all its drawbacks, this shiny material really does create a show-stopping jersey.
John Barber is at third. Braves have taken the field in the outfield left to right. Profar, Harris, and Eli White today in right field. First to third, Olson, Albies, Allen, and Nacho. Behind the plate, Sean Murphy. And on the mound, Spencer Strider making his 13th start of the year. 4-7, a .359 ERA. He made a start against the Giants back on June 8th and got beat in a close one, 4-3. He went 6 innings, gave up all 4 of the runs, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. Lifetime against the Giants, he's 2-2 with a .377 ERA. Here at Truist Park, a 3-3 record and a glittering 2.75 ERA, including his last start against the Yankees. Man, did he shut them down. 6 innings of 3-hit shutout ball. He walked 3 and struck out 8. So Spencer is really rounding into form on this his 13th start of the year. So we'll hope that he can continue his good ways. Giants are 22-22 in day games, but just 7-16 on the road in day games. The Braves are 12-21 in day games. We're ready to go. Here to tell you about it once again is Ben Ingram.
Thank you so much, Joe. Braves and the Giants, rubber game of this series. Braves looking for a win to take the series and put to bed that flea-infested loss from last night, losing 9-0 to the Giants. Been a while since the Braves won a rubber game at home. You'd have to go all the way back to April. And looking to change that today. Elliot Ramos climbs in. He'll be followed by Devers and Adames. Right-hander Strider is ready. And now for the ball game. The first pitch sent foul into the seats down the right field line into the second deck. Starting up this one at 12:16 Eastern, 11:16 Central, and 78 degrees here in Atlanta under a ceiling of gray clouds. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ramos takes a strike. Good fastball. The time of the first pitch brought to you by Schumann Farms. Look for Real Sweet Brand Vidalia onions from Schumann Farms in a store near you. 0-2 on Ramos as he leads it off. 0-2 pitch, a little bit low and outside with a slider, 1 ball and 2 strikes. This pitching matchup that we have for us this afternoon, Strider versus Verlander, is one that we have seen once before in this ballpark 2 years ago, and you'll probably remember it. 1-2 pitch, a little bit low and outside with a slider. If you recall a classic Braves-Mets game on June 8th, 2023, Braves came back, sent the game into extra innings. Ozzie Albies hit a walk-off home run, and the Braves won the game 13-10 over the Mets. 2-2 pitch, misses high. That was the night where Jeff Francoeur said, "Pour Larry a crown." We all remember that one. That was the pitching matchup for that game, and 23 runs scored between the two teams in that one. 3-2 to Ramos. Take a hike. Got him looking at a fastball. 96 paid to the outside corner. Ramos thought it was ball 4, and Ryan Wills rings him up.
Yep, good pitch right on the corner.
Good start for Spencer. Folks, cash in on the baseball action with Prize Picks. That's the official daily fantasy sports partner of the Atlanta Braves. Download Prize Picks. Use code BRAVES. Get $50 instantly when you play $5. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. Rafael Devers climbs in. Takes a strike. Well, he'll take that all day. That looked like a high strike, and Devers is questioning Ryan Wills.
Did you take a speed reading course?
You'd think to get through that one.
You do really well on that.
Here comes the 0-1 pitch on the way to Rafael Devers. That'll miss outside. See, I've got a very overbearing producer who's on me about getting through these reads.
Oh, yeah.
So you learn to read really fast.
Uh-huh.
I don't want JC on me. And we got a long flight ahead of us. He'll be on me the whole flight.
Right.
1-1 to Devers. That'll miss up and in. Close shave there.
Well, he'll want you to practice.
He would.
On the charter.
He'd have me reading till we pass Shreveport.
Yep.
2-1 on Devers. He's gone 4 for 9 in the series. Here's the 2-1. And he'll clock one into right field. There's another knock for Devers. And this guy just gets hit after hit against the Braves. Now 5 for 10 in the series. And when he gets a base hit and it's only a single, you kind of are relaxed at that point. Hey, just one base.
Here's the thing that really impresses me, and Devers is one of these guys. That pitch was 96 miles an hour, and he hit it like it was wiffle ball. I mean, he was so on it on that 96 heater and just roped it to right field. Hugely impressive.
He's aboard for Willie Adames. And Adames takes a called strike. Well, like we mentioned earlier, for Strider, things have been very good for him lately. Last 7 starts, 4-2 with a 2.53 ERA. 59 strikeouts over his last 43 innings. There's the 0-1 to Adames. Check swing, tap foul over there by the Braves dugout. And here's another good sign for Strider. He's gone 6 innings or more in 4 straight starts. So not only is the stuff there, he's able to go deeper in games.
Mm-hmm. Getting stronger, better stamina. All good signs.
Runner at first, 1 out, no score. 0-2 to Adames. Check swing, did he go? Did not.
Oh,
I don't know about that.
My.
DJ Rayburn, the crew chief and first base umpire, had the decision in his hands. Watching the check swing, boy, he's getting the swing on the house here.
Yes, he is.
Throw that slider again. 1-2 pitch. He threw the slider and he swings and barely got a piece of it to foul it back to the backstop. Spencer making his 6th career start versus the Giants. And like Joe mentioned, lost against the Giants in June out there, going 6 innings. One-two pitch, and Adames sends one out to third. Backhanded behind the bag by Nacho. Throws across to get the out at first base. Well, that was on him pretty quickly. Had one play. Devers down to second base, and Adames over to first base.
That was a very quick decision and a smart one because of the hop that he had to play. He wasn't sure, obviously, if he was going to get an out at second base, so he got the sure thing at first. He's still turning in some stellar play at third base with the glove.
Been fun to watch. And I'm sure this has been a big confidence boost for Nacho Alvarez with the success that he's had, especially defensively. Now, pitch comm device issue. And Sean Murphy needs a brand new pitch comm device issue to run out there to Spencer Strider. No score, top of the first inning. As we are just underway in this one. By the way, today's A-list members of the game are Tyler and Chrissy Peckinpah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they became A-list members this year, so welcome to the club. And their favorite perk so far is being able to throw on the field during exclusive events. Congratulations to Tyler and Chrissy, today's A-list members of the game.
What, they're related to Sam Peckinpah, the famous director.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Maybe the Dirty Dozen.
Oh, that's a good call. Matt Chapman takes ball low, 1 ball and no strikes.
I'll get back to you on that.
Raffy Devers singled. He's down at second after a ground out by Adames. Strider looking for one out for a clean top of the first inning. 1-0 to Chapman. A little bit low and outside. For Spencer Strider in his career, a record of 36-17, 3.49 career ERA. And today is Strider's 80th game in the big leagues and his 67th as a starter. 2-0 to Chapman. And he swings at a slider, tailing away from him. Missed every stitch of it, 2-1.
Wild Bunch.
Wild Bunch, okay.
Directed the Wild Bunch. He also directed the Rifleman, Chuck Connors.
That was a good pull by you. 2-1 pitch. A little bit low and outside. Bounced off the gear of Murphy, but up the third baseline, and Devers isn't thinking about moving. So 3-1 on Chapman. Chapman's had a good series, 4 for 9. He had a triple last night that just missed being a home run. And, of course, if you go back to the series where the Braves and the Giants got together in San Francisco in June, he belted a walk-off home run to break the Braves' hearts in one of those games out there. Here's the 3-1 pitch on the way from Strider to Chapman. Kicks and fires. Nothing wrong with that. Right at him with a slider for a strike, 3-2.
I like it when he throws that slider that's a little bit off speed. It's not hard. Just kind of get me over slider, and it's a good pitch. Works as a good off-speed pitch, too.
Payoff to Chapman. Missed high with a fastball. Overcooked that one. And there's the first walk allowed by Strider in the game. 2-out walk. That brings Mike Yastrzemski to the plate. We're telling you about how this is a rubber game for the Braves. The Braves have not won a series at home since sweeping the Mets June 17th through the 19th. And in that span since, they've lost series to the Phillies, Angels, Orioles, and Yankees. And hoping to win today to take this series against the Giants. Pitch on the way to Yastrzemski, swung on, fouled back. Altogether, the Braves have dropped their last 5 rubber games. And the last time the Braves won a rubber game was at Milwaukee on June 11th. And you'd have to go back even further than that to find the last time the Braves won a rubber game at home. That would be April 23rd against St. Louis.
Wow. Long time ago.
0-1 to Yastrzemski. Just a little bit high with a fastball. Altogether, the Braves are 2-5 in rubber games at home this year. And hoping to turn the tide with a victory today, take this series and a little bit of momentum out on the road. Going to need it as we go to Texas, Kansas City, and Cincinnati for what's on paper looks like a 3-city road trip, but really works as a 4-city trip, counting the game at Bristol. 1-1. Missed high with a heater. And I can understand Strider being a bit frustrated. Remember, he got that call versus Ramos in the first inning as he led things off here at the top of the first inning, but he's gone back to that same honey hole looking for the fastball called strike. Hasn't gotten it. There's a good one. That's on the inside corner. Fastball evens the count at 2. That was the 25th pitch fired by Strider here in the top of the first inning. Yastrzemski did not start last night. Started in game 1, went 0 for 5. 238 hitter. 2-2 pitch. Ripped foul up into the almost the fourth deck. Hit the facade of the fourth deck. And then went down into the third deck. With an E, that is. 2-2. Say something, Joe. 2-2 on Mike Yastrzemski.
Sorry, Jonathan was talking to me.
And Strider spins around looking back to the runner, Devers.
Yeah, that ribbon board can really throw you off.
It can.
It's distracting.
Short night of rest. This is 2-2 to the plate. Missed high, 3-2. Now, fastball command is what Strider's fighting right here.
Yeah, it is.
Set right at the letters. A glance to second. 3-2, runners go, and he missed inside with a fastball. And that will load the bases. Back-to-back 2-out walks. And now Casey Schmidt comes to the plate. He got the party started for the Giants last night when he homered there in that second inning. That was a 4-run inning in last night's game for the Giants. So now the Giants have Strider surrounded. Devers, Chapman, and Yastrzemski aboard. First pitch up and in. Missed with that fastball badly. Here comes Rick Kranitz. He'll pay a visit to Spencer Strider. A 30-pitch first inning is not what he had in mind. And his next pitch will be his 30th.
I know Darren O'Day has talked about visits to the mound by Rick Kranitz and how he's positive and trying to reinforce, get you back on the right track. This one would be a little puzzling. First inning, can't find the plate, and trying to coerce him into just throwing the ball over the plate. And Spencer obviously very bothered by it. Took a little walk off the backside of the mound before Murphy and Kranitz got there.
Righty-righty matchup on the 1-0 pitch on the way to Schmidt. Up and in. Missed with that fastball. So now a 2-0 count. Spencer just kind of looking off into left field. Comes set right at the letters. And the 2-0 pitch in the air towards left center field. Profar going back into his left, and he'll track this down about 8 feet shy of the warning track. So the bases were loaded, but Strider gets through it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 3 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the first inning.
Well, if you look at the infield, they just came out and put, Diamond Dry everywhere except where McKinstry needed it right here.
Wonder when he realized he broke his chain.
With an all-star bonus, he can get a new one. I don't know what is causing this, but we have seen more bats leave players' hands at the plate this year than I ever remember.
You're near a line shot. Got a chance. They counted it, though. They did.
Proud sponsor of the Atlanta Braves. Find your new apartment home at Cortland.com.
For game-changing performance on the field to getting things done around the house, doers make a difference. And when it comes to home improvement needs delivered right to your door, the Home Depot is how doers get more done.
Stream the radio home of the Braves while you work to separate the rumors from reality before the Major League Baseball trade deadline. Lock in Cellini and Domino weekdays between 10 and 2 on the Fan app.
Into the bottom of the first inning, no score. Braves come to the plate for the first time to see the future Hall of Famer Justin Verlander. 42 years old. Right-hander kicks and fires, and Profar takes a called strike on the outside corner. Verlander 6'5", 240 out of Goochland, Virginia. And on the season, 16 starts, and he's winless. 0-8 with a 4.99 ERA. Last outing was one where tempers flared and bowled over. He went 2 2/3 of an inning, got into it with an umpire, gave up 4 runs on 9 hits, didn't strike out anybody, only had 5 swings and misses. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Profar takes a strike on the outside corner. So chatting with some of the Giants broadcaster, they expect him to come in today with a head full of steam and be a little bit more motivated.
He's been a little edgy the last couple of days, they said. Little chip on his shoulder. His velocity's been up his last couple of starts.
0-2 to Profar. That'll miss outside.
42 years old. Not nearly the hard thrower that he used to be.
This guy has done it all in this game. And he will check the box in Cooperstown when his career is finished. 1-2 pitch, missed inside.
He's had Profar's number, that's for sure. Jurickson 1 for 18 in his career against him.
No score, bottom of the first inning. Profar 2 for 7 in the series. And the 2-2 pitch pulled foul into the Braves dugout. Verlander, fastball, slider, curve, change, sweeper for his arsenal. And the Giants have lost each of his last 6 starts, and he's posted a 6.25 ERA in that span. And this year he's surrendered 10 homers in 79 1/3 innings. 2-2 to Profar. Pulled down the right field line, hooking foul. And up against the sidewall. In fact, for Verlander, he's reached 100 pitches just once this year, and he's gone beyond the 6th inning just once. He's failed to go 5 innings in 5 of his 16 starts. And the Braves hoping to jump on him early in this one. Ready with his 2-2 pitch, righty-lefty matchup. And the 2-2 to the plate, popped up. That'll go foul, high arcing foul ball that lands down into our right. Good catch made by a fan. And a 2-2 count. Verlander has seen the Braves 4 previous times in his career. 2-1 with a 3.75 ERA. He's pitched here and at Turner Field. There's the 2-2. And Profar with a high fly ball to right field. Yastrzemski looking up into the sky. Camped out underneath it. Makes the catch over the top of his cap and 1 down. One of those outings at Turner Field for Verlander was in the very last game ever played at Turner Field. In fact, he was the losing pitcher in the final game at Turner Field in 2016. And he's pitched in this ballpark only once. That was in 2023. And that was that 13-10 game that I mentioned 2 years ago, Braves and Mets. One down for Matt Olson, no score. And Olson takes a first pitch strike.
Ben, what's he looking at?
He keeps looking towards the third base dugout.
Is he looking at the pitch clock, over near their on-deck circle? He's not looking at home plate when he starts his windup.
0-1 fouled back. He comes set, and his head is slightly turned to the right, almost like he's trying to see the plate peripherally. And then he turns his attention to the plate and brings the pitch. Yeah, that is interesting. 0-2 to Olson. That missed low and inside, 1-2. Maybe it is the pitch timer and trying to take as much time as he can.
I wouldn't think with a veteran catcher back there he would be getting his signs from the dugout.
1-2, low and inside. Looking at the direction that he's looking, it's not completely towards the dugout. It's kind of between the dugout and the plate.
Uh-huh.
Which is a good indication it might be the pitch clock. But he's looking away from his catcher, nodding and shaking. Here's the 2-2. That'll miss outside. And, of course, they're using the PitchCom device, so he doesn't need to be looking at Bailey. It's not like he's dropping fingers. But it does look pretty bizarre, doesn't it? Here's the 3-2 pitch on the way to Matt Olson. And there's a ball 4 outside. You don't think it's some kind of preventative measure to keep him from tipping, do you?
Well, or is it some psychological thing where he doesn't want to focus so hard on his target that he can't concentrate? So he looks away, then starts his windup, and then picks up his target. I don't know. I can't figure it out.
Drake Baldwin takes a ball low. It's much more natural when you're going from the stretch. But when he's in the windup and squared up with his shoulders to the plate. It does look peculiar when he's squared up from the neck down to the plate, yet his head is looking to the right. Ball and no strikes on Baldwin. Here it comes. And there's a ball low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes. For Justin Verlander, the last time he won a game in Atlanta was 2010. And
Wow.
Truist Park is one of just 3 Major League parks he's never earned a win in, which is hard to believe. He's got 262 career wins. 2-0's over for a strike. He's also never won at Busch Stadium, and he's never won in San Francisco. No score, bottom of the first inning. Great to have you with us. Afternoon baseball here at Truist Park. 2-1 to Baldwin. And a strike. Got a curveball over. Verlander, former 2nd overall pick in 2004 out of Old Dominion. And you'd probably say, well, who went 1 overall? That would be Matt Bush to the Padres. Don't you know they'd like to have that pick back? 2-2 pitch, roped down the right field line, but hooking foul. It was a changeup. He was a little bit early on.
I'd say yes. They probably would like to rethink that. 262 wins later for Mr. Verlander.
He has 3,483 career strikeouts. That's 10th all time. 2-2 to Baldwin. And he adds to that list by blowing a slider by Baldwin. Drake swings and misses. So there's career strikeout 3,484. He's now 26 strikeouts shy of passing Walter Johnson for 9th all time. That's a big name. He's led the league in wins 4 times. He has 2 ERA titles. 5 times he's led the league in strikeouts, and he's won 3 Cy Young awards. What a resume. Sean Murphy takes a strike on the inside corner. Also, he's one of 11 pitchers in the history of the game to win an MVP award. Did it in 2011.
That's a rarity.
0-1 to Murphy, low and outside. I mean, if you're the best pitcher, yeah, you're going to go win the Cy Young. But it really is a statement to win the Cy Young and the MVP of the league, which he did in 2011. That's amazing.
And 3 no-hitters. Not bad.
1-1 to Murphy, low and outside. I found this pretty interesting. I mentioned that he's led the league in strikeouts 5 times, but his career best for strikeouts in a season, 300, and that didn't even lead the league that year. Two-1. A little bit outside of Sean Murphy.
That doesn't compute, does it?
It doesn't. Three-1 pitch, and he missed a little bit low with the slider. So that'll put runners at first and second.
I did a postseason, Ben, for TBS one year, and it was the Tigers and Orioles. And the Tigers' starting rotation was David Price, Max Scherzer, and Justin Verlander. And they got swept by Baltimore.
How's that happen with that kind of pitching?
It was crazy.
Ozzie Albies climbs in, takes a first pitch strike. Ozzie, though, that was low, and that was right at the bottom of the zone with a curveball. No score, bottom of the first. Braves had a walk to Olsen and a walk to Murphy. And looking for a 2-out base hit right here from Ozzie to drive in a run. He takes a fastball up and in, pushed him off the plate, dropped his bat, and a 1-1 count. Braves have scored at least 1 first-inning run in 6 of their last 7 wins. 1-1 pitch, and a very slow curve drops in for a strike. 1-2 on Ozzie.
Well, neither one of these guys are off to blazing starts to start this game. And pitch number 29 coming up for Verlander.
A lot of bullets fired here in the first inning. 1-2, and Ozzie crushes one, but foul. That hangs way up in the air and sails down the right field line, goes rattling around up in the second deck. 1-2 for Ozzie. Got to make him pay for these walks. Verlander set right at the belly. And he'll step off the back of the rubber and make sure that speed demon at second base, Matt Olson, doesn't get too big of a jump. Verlander kicks and fires the 1-2. Low and inside, pushed him off the plate. And a 2-2 count. Mostly cloudy skies here in Atlanta. Well, the good news is not expecting any more rain till later this evening and should be well after the game. That was a pretty heavy shower we had here about an hour and a half ago. 2-2 pitch popped up over by the Giants dugout, and that'll spin foul. That becomes a souvenir about 4 rows deep behind the Giants dugout. Giants head home after this. They've got an off day tomorrow. And the Braves have an off day in Texas before we start the series over the weekend with the Rangers. Game number 101 of the season for the Braves today, and 61 to go after today. 2-2 to Ozzie. Check swing, they appeal, didn't go. Sean Barber down at third spreads the wings, so that will push the count to full. And now Murphy and Olson can get a head start.
Somebody yelled, yeah, and it must have been Patrick Bailey, the catcher. Like Ozzie was able to stop that.
Thought so, too. Payoff pitch and send foul. That or it could have been your former teammate in the stands today. Was it? You said it was Russell who would always say, yeah, he went on any check swing?
Yeah, Billy Russell.
Whether it was his own team or not?
His own team, yeah.
This will be the 34th pitch of the inning for Verlander. Payoff pitch. Check swing, didn't go, bases loaded. Well, this is looking like a spitting image of what we saw in the top of the first inning. They were loaded in the top of the first inning as Strider threw a lot of pitches on his half of the ledger. Had a couple of walks. At this go-round, the aging right-hander Justin Verlander has walked the bases full. And now pitching coach J.P. Martinez will walk out there.
They made a mechanical adjustment in his delivery a couple of starts ago, and it was showing some signs of progress in his command. And basically he's taking his hand out of the glove a little earlier and taking his hand straight back between his belt and his shoulder blade, let's say, as he was delivering. He was always a guy who, when he did take his hand out of his glove, his arm went straight down and straight back. Much longer arm action. But today, no signs of any progress there.
It's amazing you could pitch 20 years in the big leagues and still have adjustments mechanically. So here's Michael Harris with the bases loaded. First pitch to Michael is taken for a strike.
There was old school right there. He went back to his old way right on that pitch.
Harris has been swinging a hot bat. Has a hit in 7 of his last 8 games. 0-1, good swing, but fouled it back 0-2. In fact, Harris has 9 hits over his last 8 games. That dates back to July 11th, and he's hitting 300 in that span. Prior to this stretch, he had just 9 total hits over his previous 23 games, and it was hitting 114 in that stretch. Speaking of mechanical adjustments.
Yeah.
I don't know, 2 count on Harris. Here it is from Verlander. High and outside, missed with a fastball coming in at 96.
Yeah, hands held higher, a little more above his left shoulder, between his shoulder and his left ear.
Bases loaded in the 1-2. Swung on, fouled back into the screen. A chance to jump on Verlander and the Giants here in the bottom of the first inning. Giants had him loaded in the top of the inning. And Casey Schmidt flied out to left field to end the threat. Now the Braves have Olson at third, Murphy at second, Albies at first, and the bat in the hands of Michael Harris. And the 1-2. Swung on, fouled back into the screen. Again, a fastball. Sean Jelly now tossing in the Giants bullpen. This next pitch will be the 40th pitch of the first inning for Justin Verlander. It's got to be one of the longest first innings of his entire career. Righty comes set. 1-2. Swung on at a fly ball high in the air to right field. Yastrzemski backpedaling to the warning track, and he's there for the out. So both teams load the bases. Neither team can strike. We head to the top of the second. No score.
Whatever your passion, South College can help you succeed doing something.
Wow.
Don't miss Atlanta Braves Today and your chance to win a pair of Brave tickets every weekday morning in the locker room during the 7 a.m. hour on the radio home of the Atlanta Braves, 680 The Fan.
Well, both Verlander and Strider dodged a big bullet in the first inning. Giants had him loaded, couldn't score. Braves had him loaded, also couldn't score. And now it's 7-8-9 coming up with the Giants in the top of the second inning. Great to have you with us alongside Joe Simpson and our producer-engineer Jonathan Chadwick. Ben Ingram here with you. It'll be Smith, Bailey, and Matos for the Giants here in the second inning. And, folks, only the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is bold enough to be the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some. And go good on your lunch today as you take in the Braves and Giants. First pitch, ball inside to Dominic Smith, 1-0.
Hopefully a little reset, reboot for Spencer. Quicker inning. 31 pitches in the first inning.
1-0 pitch. Pulled foul over off the railing of the Braves dugout. They'd love a clean top of the second facing the bottom of the order and get back in gear. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way to Dominic Smith. That'll be swung on, fouled off. Well, certainly a place where the Braves have struggled this season is against teams out of the NL West. The Braves are 9-21 against that division this year. And altogether, it's been rough against teams from California, as the Braves have lost 19 of its last 24 games this season versus teams from California. 1-2 to Smith. Looped in the air to left field. Coming in Profar. Crashes to the ground. Dives in front of him. Makes the catch somehow. Just kind of crumpled down and then threw his body straight at it. And somehow made the grab for the out.
You know what, Ben? I think he feared that he wasn't going to get there and was kind of pulling up to play it on one hop and then realized, well, it's hanging up, and made that diving lunge and made the catch.
Strider gave him a big thumbs up after that play. Here's a pitch on the way to Bailey. And he'll swing and foul it off the gear of Murphy, 0-1. Here's a wild number for you.
Okay.
Telling you about the record versus teams from California.
Uh-huh.
Braves have been outscored outscored in those contests 74-110 is what the way this is read. It ought to be flip-flop the other way. Minus 36 in run differential. There's the 0-1 pitch. And there's a called strike. But how about this? The club has gone 39-37 across its 76 games this season for teams outside of the state of California.
I think I've got a simple solution for this.
There's the 0-2 to Bailey. There's a ball outside, 1-2.
You get to Phoenix, turn around, and come back.
That's right. So against teams outside that state, they've got a winning record. California doing the Braves in. No score in the second. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way to Patrick Bailey. And he missed low there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Couldn't get him to go after the changeup. Spencer with those bright red cleats on. High tops. Kicks and fires a 2-2. And a ground ball weakly to second. On the other end, Ozzie Albies. He gathers and throws, and 2 down here in the top of the second inning. Two up, 2 down. That'll bring Luis Matos up to the plate. By the way, you want to talk about a teaser? In the bottom of the second, we have the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge inning.
Uh-huh.
Our contestant's name might be the best name we've had all season. I mean, this is a This is an amazing name.
First name Flash?
No. I'll get to it, though.
Okay.
At the bottom of the inning, there's a strike on Luis Matos. I just had to double check that, make sure I was looking at that right. Boy, what a name. 0-1 on Luis Matos.
I had to do the same thing a while ago listening to you.
Fly ball to right. Eli White looking up into the cloudy sky, and he's got it. And down they go, 1, 2, 3. I think everybody did a double take on that one from the first inning. We go to the bottom of the second inning, no score.
Swing into action.
If you were to find a jersey, or if you swap a jersey, one of the players on the National League, who would it be? Who would you pick?
Okay, so I got an Ohtani jersey last year, so
Nice.
I'm gonna probably say Harper.
Maybe Judge. He's one of the greatest to play the game in the last 5, 6, 7 years, so it'd be cool to have his jersey. Ellie's been fun to watch. Yeah, Ellie'd be a cool one. I mean, his jersey would probably be too big for me. It'd probably go down to my knees.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What if I...
Ball in crystal clear HD on the Fan app. Now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
Braves nothing, Giants nothing. Into the bottom of the second inning. It'll be Alvarez, White, and Allen versus the right-hander Verlander, who's already logged 40 pitches. First pitch to Alvarez is a ball inside, 1-0. Bottom of the second, so it's the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge inning. And here you go. If the Braves still a base this inning, our contestant, Cletus Grizzle, will win $1,200 in free marathon gas cards. Nacho swings a heavy bat, swings one to deep center field. Back to the wall goes Matos, and he makes the catch in dead center. Hit it to the base of the wall, and Matos was there.
Lay that name on me again.
Cletus Grizzle will win $1,200 in free marathon gas cards. Just like Cletus did, you can enter the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge by visiting Braves.com/Stolen Base Challenge.
Yeah, that's a new one on me. I like it, though.
That's the best name we've had all year.
Yeah.
One down for Eli White. And White takes first pitch strike. So get a base runner on and steal a base. That'll make a winner out of Cletus Grizzle in our Toyota Stolen Base Challenge inning.
Well, this is the guy he wants on base right here.
0-1. Eli takes the ball low and outside. 1-1. There can be more than one guy on the planet named Cletus Grizzle, right?
I wouldn't think so.
One to White. And Verlander just missed the outside corner with a curveball.
Unless he's like Cletus Grizzle III.
Right. Comes from a whole line of Cletus Grizzles.
Uh-huh.
Two to White. And a ball low. 3-1. Well, Verlander had 3 walks in the first inning. Certainly wouldn't mind one right here to the fleet feet of Eli White. Nick Allen is on deck. Here's the 3-1 pitch. And that hit him. Came inside with a fastball, so Verlander very wild. White's aboard. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
Looked like it caught him on the right hand.
Yeah.
So Eli White down at first base. Eli 6 of 7 in stolen bases this season. That bounced up there and played off the chest protector by Bailey. You know Eli wants to run. He didn't get to play every day.
Yeah. He's going to show off his fleet feetius for Cletius.
One was fouled back by Allen. Sounds like it'd be an alias for Snoop Dogg. 1-1 on Nick Allen. Verlander to the plate. Softly tapped in front of the plate. Bailey has it, has one play. That's at first and delivers a strike down there. And that's a 2-3 put out down to second base for Eli White. So back to the top of the order to Jerks and Profar. Trying to crack the scoreboard for the first time. We're scoreless in the bottom of the second. Profar flied out to right field back in the first inning. Profar, a couple of hits in the series. Both were last night. He was on base 4 times in that game last night. First pitch to Profar and a strike on the outside corner. He reached in the first inning last night on a strike 3 wild pitch. Then also had a double, was hit by a pitch, and singled. Bats from the left side against the righty Verlander. 42-year-old brings it. That's pulled foul back behind him. Suddenly 0-2 on Profar. Fans still making their way inside the ballpark. Don't you know a lot of folks work till lunch and then making their way down to the yard. It's good to see you all here for the final game of this series. 0-2, swung on and tipped foul, got a piece of it, and then took a piece out of Patrick Bailey, who couldn't hold on to it. Breeze sweeping across the outfield, kind of from left center towards the right field foul line. Profar steadies the bat, gripping it with bright red batting gloves, and the 0-2 pitch. Missed upstairs, 1-2. This will be the final time we see the Giants this year. These guys are in third place in the NL West, entering the action today, 6 games back of the Dodgers. 1-2 in the air to left field. Elliot Ramos has it in his sights, makes a chest-high catch, and there's out number 3. So the Braves strand the man in scoring position. We go to the top of the third, no score.
Braves fans, this is Mike Morgan, founder and CEO of 13 Heroes. Like you.
So without further ado, snap on your time goggles and prepare to zoom 1,000 years into the future. The D-backs are still the D-backs, though now they're represented by a robotic techno-snake, and the Cubs have embraced their future amongst the stars, now being represented by Ursa Major. Minneapolis was the first to establish relations with our extraterrestrial friends. The Rays are the cosmic rays flying through space in their devil ray-shaped spacecraft.
Like build this for them and spend the last year of coming up with this concept and getting it off the ground and getting everybody here. Like, it just feels really good to have everybody coming and experiencing the thing that we've been working so hard on. To be able to like take the experiences of Comic-Con and add that to a card show just is really fulfilling, because as somebody who grew up going to card shows and still goes to the same card show in the same church basement in Trumbull, Connecticut every month, like, it's great. Card shows are amazing, but to be able to add all of this experience is what makes this great.
Spencer Strider to this point has been through the order once, has 1 strikeout. He's walked a pair, and he gave up a single to Rafael Devers. That's been it. He's at 42 pitches as he goes back to work here in the 3rd inning. And the first pitch on the way to Elliot Ramos, right-handed batter, taken for a called strike. Introducing the 5-year price guarantee from Xfinity. Get 1 consistent internet price for the next 5 years. No contracts, no curveballs. Nothing in 1. And the pitch on the way to Ramos. He swings and drills one down the left field line, hooking into the corner. That's a fair ball. And one hops over the wall. So it'll be a double by Ramos. That bounced right over the fence down the left field line on a leadoff double for Ramos. So runner at second. And now it's Devers to the plate, and this is the exact situation the Giants won. I gave you those numbers last night on Devers in his career versus the Braves, hitting over .315 and slugging about .600 in his career versus Atlanta. He's 1 for 1 in this game. Strider goes to work, and Devers takes a slider low. Devers, 28 years old. And he has a cousin named Jose, who is actually an infielder in the Braves organization. He spent time at Gwinnett this year. Jose Devers. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Rafael Devers. And he takes a ball down, 2 balls, no strikes.
You know, when the Giants got him from the Red Sox, they took on all of his money, too. All of what's remaining of his contract, which is quite a lot. They've already got a lot of money tied up in Matt Chapman, and they gave a lot of money to Willie Adames in the offseason. Bumped up their payroll big time.
2-0 outside. Well, what's interesting is they had been trying to make a big splash with a slugger the last few years. They thought they had Aaron Judge, and that didn't work out in free agency. And then they thought they had Carlos Correa, and they didn't like the physicals, and that annulled that deal. 3-0 pitch in for a strike. And so they got Adames, but they were looking for some more thump.
Yeah.
And Devers checked all the boxes for them, and they went for it.
Well, they have a big ballpark. They got to, if they're going to have some guys hit some homers, they've got to have legitimate home run power.
3-1 pulled foul on the right field line. So they envisioned Devers being the guy that could come up to the plate and put some into the bay out there.
Well, he can do that.
Certainly can. No score, top of the 3rd. Strider's 3-2. Devers pulls one foul. Got a piece of a slider to send it down the right field line. Devers singled to right field back in the 1st inning. Devers from the Dominican Republic. Still resides there in the offseason. Wide open stance in the left-hand batter's box for Devers. 3-2 pitch, and he struck him out with a diving slider low and in. Good bounce back by Strider.
Boy, that was a good pitch. He buried that one down and in.
Runner at second, one down for Willie Adames. Adames 0 for 1 with a ground out. Been a big series for Adames, 5 for 8, and he hits a fly ball towards right field, drifting back to the corner. Eli White in the corner to foul ground, and it's out of his reach and into the stands for a foul ball. Wind was pushing it that way as that wind again is sweeping across the outfield left to right. No score in the 3rd. Runner at second, 1 out. Adames, 29 years old, from the Dominican. Average of .231. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And a line drive out to second. Caught by Ozzie. Spins and throws to second. And they just missed doubling off Elliot Ramos. Nick Allen was trying to get to the bag as quickly as he could as Ozzie speared that liner, spun and fired. But Ramos barely got back. So 2 down as Ramos stays put at second base.
Pretty good lead on that throw from Ozzie.
Ramos needs a minute as he slammed into the ground and rattled himself going back into second base. So he gets readjusted. Meanwhile, Chapman climbs in. We're telling you about Chapman the other night out of Lake Forest, California. Chapman batting .241 on the season. He'll take a ball high. When Chapman was in high school there in Southern California, he was teammates with Nolan Arenado. What a left side of the infield that was. Chapman and Arenado on the same high school team. That doesn't sound fair. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way to Matt Chapman. Strider fires. Missed high and outside. 2-0. And both of those guys had their jerseys retired, their uniform numbers retired at that high school. They're at El Toro High School in Lake Forest, California. Strider set right at the belly. 2-0 pitch. And a strike on the outside corner. Good fastball. Ramos a lead at second. Strider spins the 2-1 up there. Big hack and a miss by Chapman. Good heater. It came in at 96. And now Strider trying to strand that runner in scoring position. In the bottom of the inning, Braves will have Olson, Baldwin, and Murphy due up. And Strider trying to keep it scoreless here at the top of the third inning. The 2-2 to the plate. And he burned him. Fastball swung on and tipped into the mid of Sean Murphy. And he gets through the jam after the leadoff double. And the narrative in this game early, stranded runners. We go to the bottom of the third inning, no score.
Hope. It's more than a word. It's a breakthrough in the making. At City of Hope.
Celebra tú también con Betcris.
App. Braves and Giants scoreless into the bottom of the third inning. Matt Olson leads off for Atlanta. And he'll be followed by Baldwin and Murphy. Verlander had 55 pitches through the first two innings. And here's his first bullet fired in the third. And Olson takes the ball up and in. Well, for Verlander, 31 strikes, 25 balls. He has one strikeout. That was a Baldwin. And he's walked 4. His command has not been where he wants it to be. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And Olson takes a strike. Big curveball at the bottom of the zone. But nevertheless, Verlander's been able to get through the first two innings without anybody scoring. And lots of base runners stranded for both teams early in this contest. Here's the 1-1 pitch on the way to Olson. High and outside, 2-1.
Some of the folks from the Giants side told us that, yeah, he's 0-8. He's got a 5 ERA. But he could maybe be 2-4, 4-4 with a little luck. He has had none.
Huge cut and a miss by Olson.
Bullpen has blown some games that he left with leads. So while he's 0-8, that's ugly enough, but could have been a little bit better.
Yeah, that adds up because it just doesn't make sense to see that record next to his name and think about a season where he's that bad, no matter how old he is. 2-2 low and inside, 3-2. It's a conversation I was having with Darren O'Day earlier this year. We were thinking about pitchers in this century whose entire career has been this century. So in other words, a guy like Pedro Martinez wouldn't qualify. 3-2 sent foul. So if you've been pitching since 2000 up till now, put together a 5-man rotation for the last 25, 26 years. And everybody would have this guy in their starting rotation for an all-century team or all-quarter-century team.
Yes, no doubt. Max Scherzer, too.
3-2 to Olsen. And there is ball 4, missed high with a curveball. If I'm remembering right, I think the 5-man rotation we put together, we had Verlander, Kershaw, Scherzer, Roy Halladay, and Chris Sale. I think that's the 5 we put together.
I like it. Now, I've got him for 4 walks and a hit batsman. Did you credit Eli White with a hit batsman or a ball 4?
He did hit Eli. You're right. So he's got 4 walks now.
Okay.
Well, after he walked Olsen. Yeah, you're right.
I wasn't sure if they scored it as a hit batter or a ball 4 to Eli.
1-0 pitch. And Baldwin with a high fly ball to right. Yastrzemski backpedaling. And he camps out under it, and that parachutes down into his glove. And 1 down. Folks, you need all the energy you can get for game day. At Georgia Power, we know that energy costs are an important part of every budget. We're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference so you can save more energy for the game. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy. Yeah, so 4 walks and a hit batter now after the walk to Olsen. No score, bottom of the 3rd. Murphy takes a ball high. Murphy, one of those walks back in the 1st inning. One-0 pitch. Murphy a check swing, laid off a low curveball. I feel like this second trip to the order, Braves done a pretty good job of identifying that curve. Now the count in Murphy's favor. 2-0 pitch, and he swings and pops one back our way. That'll spin back into the seats and becomes a souvenir. We're talking about that upcoming road trip. Braves have the day off tomorrow, and then we head to Texas. We'll see the Rangers. That'll be Joey Wentz versus Nathan Eovaldi on Friday night. Two-one pitch. Murphy lays off another curveball. 3-1. No runs, 2 hits for the Giants. No runs, no hits for the Braves. This will be Verlander's 69th pitch of the game. 3-1, swung on, missed. Had some giddy up on that fastball.
I mean, conceivably, the way things are going, Ben, both pitchers could be out of the game in a scoreless contest because the pitch count got to both of them.
That could easily happen. Payoff pitch, and that'll be shot out to third. Speared by Chapman, spins and throws to second for 1. Schmidt over to first for 2. So 5-4-3 double play, and that ends the party for the Braves in the bottom of the 3rd. We go to the top of the 4th inning, no score.
Great.
Braves and Giants in the rubber game of this series. Braves took game 1 9-5 on Monday night. Giants bounced back and won 9-0 last night. And we're scoreless here this afternoon. This is the Tidal Wave Auto Spy inning. Tidal Wave is making Braves country clean car country all season long. If the Braves pitch a scoreless fourth inning today, Tidal Wave will offer half off the best wash membership tomorrow. Learn more at TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves. So Mike Yastrzemski leads off. He walked back in the first inning. First pitch from Strider. A little bit up and in with a fastball, 1 ball and no strikes. All this talk of rubber games, that's a term you hear all the time in baseball. 2 teams split the first 2 games, then the last game decides the winner of the series. 1-0 pitch, there's a called strike. Have you ever thought about that term? Where in the world did the term rubber game come from? What does that even mean? And you'd have to go all the way back to the 16th century to find the answer to that question, believe it or not. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Yastrzemski takes a ball low and outside. It was originally titled the Rubber Match, and it dates back to lawn bowling in the 16th century, if you can believe it. Here's the 2-1 pitch on the way to Mike Yastrzemski, and he'll pull one out to Matt Olson, who backhands it at first base. Underhand toss to the bag. Strider's there, and a 3-1 put out. 1 down here in the inning.
Lawn bowling.
Lawn bowling. And it has nothing to do with the material rubber. But at the time, the word rubber was used to erase something, like the end of your pencil, and it meant to erase. And in lawn bowling, if you won the deciding game, you erased your opponent. You rubbed them out, as it were. Hence, rubber game. Casey Schmidt takes a ball outside. Here we are in 2025. We still use that term.
Well, see, and I had always been led to believe it was a term used in bridge.
I wonder if Bridge got it from...
I'll bet they did.
From that.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Schmidt lines one over the head of Allen on a base into left field. Lawn bowling.
Now, see, I'm sitting here thinking about lawn bowling, so that's not croquet. Is it kind of like bocce ball?
I think it's where you have similar to bocce ball. You have the one white ball out there, and you have your own ball that you roll closest to it. Well, you can play on the off day tomorrow if you want to. Crickets. There's a ball inside.
Well, I'm just thinking, what century was that?
The 16th.
You're telling me there were that many nice, smooth lawns to play lawn bowling on?
It wasn't paved. There's a ball low and inside.
We can go to Arlington, Texas tomorrow. We can't find enough lawns to bowl on.
That must have been a game for the very wealthy elite.
And they had gardeners.
There's the 2-0 pitch on the way to Dominic Smith. There's a ball low. You were probably extremely wealthy if you just had a lawn, period.
Yeah.
In that time.
Yeah.
Never mind how the grass was kept. No score, top of the 4th, Braves and Giants. 3-0 to Smith. And a strike. Bell tie with a fastball. Strider at 68 pitches. Righty brings the 3-1, and he misses high and outside. And that is his 3rd walk allowed. That puts runners at 1st and 2nd. And just 1 down. Batter will be Patrick Bailey.
And his 70th pitch about to be thrown. Really hard work.
You wouldn't mind Bailey doing some lawn bowling with a ground ball in the middle infield in turn 2. He grounded out to 2nd, back in the 2nd inning. And he fouls one back. First pitch slider. Bailey, 26 years old, out of High Point, North Carolina. And he has been behind the plate for all 3 games in this series.
Says a lot about him, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's impressive work.
Either that or says a lot about their backup catcher. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's a good point, too. Well, 1 pitch to Bailey. Bounced up there. Nice stab behind the plate by Sean Murphy.
When you look at their lineup today against Strider, no one has more than one hit against him coming into play today except for Mike Yastrzemski, who's 2 for 7. Dominic Smith just walked. He's 0 for 12 now with 5 strikeouts in his career.
1-1 fouled off.
I think this is more just a case of Spencer being off. He just not finding the alleys, if you will, the lanes that he's been pitching in.
And you'd say that's primarily with a fastball, right?
Yes, I would.
Looking for a good one here. 1-2, and he delivers a good one. Swung on a miss over the top of a slider.
His best 2 pitches of the day, that pitch right there and the one he struck out Devers on.
And both of those guys swinging it from the left side versus the righty Strider and executing that slider perfectly. So now it's in the hands of Luis Matos, who bats 9th in the Giants order. No score, top of the 4th. Matos, a 168 hitter. He reached on a walk last night. Runners at first and second, 2 away. Strider back to work. And the first pitch, fastball misses high. Matos in center field today for the Giants. They had Jung-Hoo Lee in center in the first 2 games of this series. Strider deals. Missed outside, 2-0.
I felt bad for some fans who were here today with their Jung-Hoo Lee T-shirts, some wigs, signs. They were all set, and he's not playing.
Jung-Hoo Lee fan club. Hitters count for Matos. Runners at first and second. 2-0 pitch. And he blew that fastball by him. Perfectly plays at the top of the zone. Yeah, we could see Lee, depending on how things go later in the game. But you're right, not a start today for him. Strider brings it. Another swing and a miss at a fastball. So he's leveled the count 2-2, and he's one good bullet away from getting through this jam again. Giants 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Ready to bring it. And he cuts loose a 2-2. Fouled back by Matos. 97 on that fastball.
One of his better of the day.
Reach back for something extra on that fastball. Glance to second base. 2-2 to the plate. And that time he rears back and fires a fastball and gets it by him for strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts of Bailey and Matos as Strider keeps him stranded at first and second. We go to the bottom of the 4th, still no score.
Napa has the parts and the expertise to help your business stay ahead of the game. That's why Napa...
Five-man umpiring crew here today in this young superstar.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yeah, so Hoppy Tritt, they got their feet tangled up before the ball came down.
That goes helicoptering into the net. It's prime time.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
A little tumble behind the mound. Hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
I was so inspired by what you were making that I want to do my own all-star ballpark bite but I'm thinking we take some of that brisket that you make, and I'm gonna do like a little slider. Got the pepper jack cheese, some American, get it going with some of the barbecue sauce that you have, that spicy, delicious one, and then caramelized onions. Make like a little sandwich. We cool?
Sound like a plan.
I think we did good.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
great.
you.
Thanks, Chef.
Weekday morning on 680 The Fan.
Ozzie Albies leads off with the Braves here in the bottom of the fourth inning. No score in the final game of this series. Verlander back to work, and a first pitch curveball finds its mark. Headed over for a called strike, 0-1. Braves are due. Not only have they not scored, they do not have a hit in this game. And going back to the other night, the Braves are 0 for their last 14 with runners in scoring position. They were 0 for 10 last night. 0-1 pitch, and Ozzie pops one up. Third base side, foul ground. Chapman to the railing. Has room, makes the catch right in front of the Giants dugout. And one down here in the fourth inning. Yeah, Braves are 0 for 10 last night. They're 0 for 2 in this one. And they were 0 for their last two opportunities in game one. Of course, it wasn't a problem then. The Braves scored 9 runs in game one and won the game.
Haven't had a hit since Ozzie led off the 8th inning last night with a single.
Well, they've had their chances in this game, but nothing yet versus Verlander. There's a ball high to Michael Harris. Verlander had 73 pitches, 40 strikes. Has 1 strikeout. 1-0 to Harris, fouled back and down to our left into the second deck. And a 1-1 count on Michael. 1 2 for 4 with a pair of singles last night. That was his 18th multi-hit game of the season. Came to the plate with the bases loaded in the first inning, flat out to right field. 1-1, got under it, popped it up on the infield. Schmidt calling everyone off. And the man with the bright orange cleats makes the catch at second base, and 2 quick outs here in the fourth inning.
You know, there was talk, Ben, when Verlander signed with the Giants that he was going to try to pitch long enough to win 300 games. Well, he's 38 away. And given his record this year and what we've seen today, we're talking maybe 3-4 years away.
Yeah. Seems out of reach, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Nacho Alvarez takes a strike.
I just hate to see him cast a cloud over all of his great already Hall of Fame numbers. He doesn't have to win 300 to get in.
No score in the fourth. 0-1 sent fouled into the seats down the right field line. Well, he has 1 strikeout in this game, so he is now 16 strikeouts away from 3,500 career strikeouts.
Well, that's legit.
Yeah, that's a big number. 0-2, squirted foul into the seats down the right field line. You know, the entire resume, the thing that stands out the most to me about him is the 3 Cy Young Awards. And that's really saying something, because the rest of those accomplishments are as grand as they can be. 0-2, check swing, didn't go. But it's so hard to win that award. And I think about Chris Sale as a perfect example. Chris has been one of the most dominant pitchers for the last 15 years, and it just didn't work out for him until last season. And for Verlander, he's won the thing 3 times. 1-2, and there's a looper into left field. Coming on now, Ramos makes a diving catch and robs Nacho. That was a terrific play by Elliot Ramos, and the Braves go down in order in the bottom of the fourth. We advance to the top of the fifth. Still no score in Atlanta.
This is Jaron Solomon, and it's Christmas in July at Solomon Brothers Jewelers. We're turning up the holiday cheer with 31% off every single item in our special.
To be in, the middle of New York to display a card like this is really such a big part of the Fanatics mission. You know, we think about how do we create new experiences. Now we get the opportunity to put incredible Holy Grail cards in front of tens of thousands, if not millions of new people. It's not just about collectors today, but also about how do we bring new collectors into the space as well. It's really what we do it all for.
It was nice to see Buck Bellew here at the ballpark today. Voice of the Hawks, Steve Holman, was here too with his grandson Connor. Strider to the plate, delivers to Ramos, top of the order. High ball one.
Yeah, two of our favorites.
What'd Steve say, 41 years?
Yeah, that's something, isn't it?
With the Hawks? That's incredible. There's a strike, 1-1. He said, yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I like it. That's a pretty good line. Strider's 1-1 pitch. Fought off foul, 1-2.
He gave us some perspective. He said, I know the Braves are underperforming this season, but I don't feel bad for you. He said, I called a Hawks team that won 13 games one time.
Yikes. That's a rough go. The 1-2 delivery. Got him looking. Strike three call. That's 3 strikeouts in a row dating back to last inning for Spencer, and 6 on the day. Second time Ramos has been rung up. And here's Devers, who's 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Northside Hospital, for a healthier future together. Look to Northside. Wind in the pitch, fouled off, out of play. Willie Adames on deck. No score. Truist Park. Some blue sky overhead and a little sunshine coming through for the first time. The 0-1. Swing and a miss at that slider that he struck out on last time around. Went right over the top of it, 0-2. They played Devers to pull, left-handed hitter. The 0-2. Off the plate outside with a curveball. Got some campers up there in there. What color are those shirts, Ben?
Bright yellow.
Bright yellow shirts. The upper deck down the left field line. I bet they're having a good time. Low with a changeup, 2-2 the count to Devers.
Well, they were doing their best about an inning ago to start the wave.
I heard them.
Just screaming, and everybody, it didn't really pick up, but they're giving it their all.
2-2 pitch. Hit hard but foul back into the screen. Still 2-2. Devers hitting .260, 17 home runs, 69 driven in. 2 homers for the Giants. Just missed outside. Good try. Full count. Three walks, 6 strikeouts for Strider. And the pitch. One-handed to right field and pretty deep. White going back at the wall. Home run number 3 with the Giants for Devers. Completely fooled on a pitch and still big and strong enough to hook it into the chop house. 1-0 Giants.
Home run number 18 for Devers. That
swing right there, Ben, just shows how important the point of contact is. That was that slider down and in, and he just went down and raked it. It wasn't even a strike.
I don't even know how you make contact with that, much less hit it into the chop house.
Man.
I think Strider's thinking the same thing we are.
Yeah, he looked back at Sean Murphy like, how did that just happen? 1-0 Giants. Here's Adames, and he fouls one back, 0-1.
I mean, it's one thing to just kind of buggy whip one into shallow right field. He hit it out.
18th of the year and his 70th RBI. Strider delivers a little low, 1-1. Willie Adames last year. This is kind of year you want to have when you're going to be a free agent. For Milwaukee, he hit .251, 32 homers, 112 RBIs, and he just got hit with a pitch. Taking off all his equipment, but appears to be okay. Slow walk to first. Scored 93 runs. Again, 32 homers, 112 RBIs, stole 21 bases. That'll get you a pretty good contract. Like he got hit on the back of the left hand, forearm and left hand.
And then it deflected off that hand and hit Murphy right in the mask.
So a home run by Devers with one out. Now a hit batsman, and here's Chapman. Takes outside, ball one. Chapman has walked and struck out. Four for 10 in the series. Swung the bat well. Pitch. Swung on, sliced foul, and out of play. Fans, did you know the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves? And that it's made with peppers, vinegar, and salt in perfect balance to make the food you're eating taste better, like that taco I just had? Outstanding. Well, now you do. That's Louisiana hot. Buy you some. Throw to first. Adamas is back.
Jose brought you a tasty lunch, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He did. And that Louisiana brand hot sauce on a taco.
Yeah, that's a good combo right there.
Uh-huh. Runner leads from first. The pitch. Oh, where was that pitch? Breaking ball, but missed a little low, I guess. 2-1. 1 run, 4 hits. The run coming on the home run by Devers this inning. No runs, no hits for the Braves. Stretch in the pitch. Swung on, hit high and deep to right field. That's trouble. Eli White backs up to play it off the wall. Instead, it goes into the seats. 2-run homer for Matt Chapman. Makes it 3-0 Giants. And for Chapman, his 14th homer of the year and the second of the inning for San Francisco.
Home run number 14 for Chapman in a 2-1 count.
RBIs 37 and 38 for Chapman as Dylan Dodd, just recalled from Gwinnett, begins to loosen up in the Atlanta bullpen. Mike Yastrzemski, the batter, and he takes low ball one. Yastrzemski has walked and grounded out. Wind in the pitch, high, ball two. Boy, the Pirates have just worn out the Tigers this week. 6-0 today, top of the 5th inning at Pittsburgh. They've got some secret sauce of their own they're putting on the Tigers. 2-0 pitch, pull on the ground to first. And Olson's got it. He'll take it to the bag himself. 2 down.
Yeah, that's hard to compute. Tigers have been outstanding as they are 60-42 and have a 9-game lead in the Central.
Yeah. Cincinnati already 1-0 over Washington in the 7th inning at Nationals Park. Those scores on the Saia LTL Freight scoreboard. Saia LTL Freight, the official freight carrier of the Braves. Casey Schmidt, the batter. 2 out, nobody on, 3 runs in. There's a strike call. He is 1 for 2 with a single his last time up. Takes outside, 1-1 the count. That was pitch number 102 for Strider, and we're in the 5th inning.
And a light rain starts to fall.
And fans headed for some cover down in the lower bowl. The 1-1. Fouled back. 1-2 the count. Breeze has been out of the east, blowing across and in from left field the whole game. And while we had some sunshine just a couple of minutes ago, now we've got some drizzle. The 1-2. Check swing. Did he go? He did. Struck him out. And the inning is over, but the damage done. 3 runs, 2 hits, both of them homers. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Giants on top, 3-0.
some overnight oats right before the game. My teammates look at me like, what are you doing, dude?
My mom's cooking, probably. She makes some good. She's got a tuna fish casserole. That's pretty good.
I went 5 for 5. I need to eat the same thing. Last time, Saturday, I ate arepa with eggs. And then next day, I got to eat arepa with eggs. So my mom make it for me. And then when my mom is with me,
everything's good.
I save a lot of money.
Estamos lindos.
Cord joins Finn, home team, and me in the locker room every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. on your radio home of the Braves, 680 The Fan.
We go to the bottom of the fifth. Giants on top, 3-0. Justin Verlander throwing a no-hitter through 4. Eli White, the batter, leading off for the Braves. And he slices one to right field. That might drop for the first hit. On the run, Yastrzemski. He can't get there. Fair ball. Eli with a wide turn. He'll hold it first. First hit of the game for Atlanta. Maybe that's a start of something big here in the drizzle. I wish Cletus Grizzle was here in the drizzle.
Yeah, we had a grizzle in the second and a drizzle in the fifth. That's a steamy rain, too.
Yes, it is. Nick Allen hit a little tapper in front of the plate. Bailey, the catcher, made the play on him, threw him out 0 for 1. Verlander delivers a breaking ball outside. Nick showed bunt and pulled the bat back. 1-0.
I wouldn't be surprised if they turned the lights on going to the 6th inning.
I would think so. Jurickson Profar on deck. Fast runner at first. The pitch. He shows bunt again. Takes a strike this time. 1-1. Actually see some blue sky to the south and southeast. There's one cloud over us right now doing the damage. 1-1. He is bunting and bunts it foul. 3 straight shows of a bunt for Nick, but that one fouled back to the screen. 1-2. Joe Ben and Jay Chad with you. Pitch number 85 about to be delivered by Justin Verlander. He and the Giants lead 3-0. Out of the stretch, the pitch. Breaking ball sent foul down the first base line. Nick is 1 for 9 in the series. Giants has been told you have a day off tomorrow. They'll travel home as Nick Allen takes high. 2-2. They will play the Mets and the Pirates and then come back to the East Coast and play the Mets and the Pirates. Weird scheduling. 2-2. Little high, full count.
I feel like every team has at least one really quirky stretch or scheduling conflict, you may say. Because it's like we're always sharing those with other broadcasters.
Yeah, there goes the runner. Pitch is a called third strike. Slide into second base. Safe. Head first slide by Eli White. He gets his 7th stolen base. And Verlander has his 2nd strikeout. 1 away.
Schmidt attempted the swipe tag, and when his glove hit the dirt, assuming that it would just slide across the dirt and get to the runner, it pretty much just stopped. And he just toppled over backwards.
Jurickson Profar goes after the first pitch, pops it up on the infield. Infielders converging. It's going to be Dominic Smith who calls for it, makes the catch. Eli White will have to stay at second base for Matt Olson with 2 down. 3-0 Giants. Dominic Smith's been with several teams in recent years, but he may have his hitting struggles, but he's always been a good first baseman. Matt Olson takes inside, ball 1. Matt has walked twice. 2 of the 4 walks issued by Verlander, who will be the pitcher of record and a 3-0 lead with 1 more out. Misses down and in, 2-0.
For a guy who threw 40 pitches in the first inning to be at 91 now, done a pretty good job of getting that back on track.
And as you said, he's only gone over 100 pitches once. Another one in the dirt. Bounces away from Bailey. Eli White rounds third, but he'll hold there on the wild pitch.
Wild pitch.
So Eli on with a bloop single, the first hit of the day for the Braves. Stole second, wild pitch to third, 2 out, and a 3-0 count on Olson. And Verlander's going to work out of the windup and the pitch. Down low, ball 4. He walks in for the 3rd time. And the 5th walk overall for Verlander to go with a hit batsman. Here's Drake Baldwin. He has struck out and flied out. Vance Napa is a proud partner of your Atlanta Braves with America's largest network of parts and care. Napa has all the bases covered when it comes to your ride. Stretch in the pitch, down in the dirt. Ball 1 to Drake. No action in the Giants bullpen. Eli White at third, Matt Olson at first, 2 out. 3-0 Giants. The pitch, swing and a miss. Good breaking ball down and in. The drizzle has stopped. Sean Murphy would be next. He's in the on-deck circle. The pitch, called strike on the inside corner. A little bit of a borderline pitch there, but got the call. 1-2. In fact, watching the replay, it was not a strike. Baldwin 3 for 10 in the series. How about a knock here? That one was inside. 2-2. 97. All right. Mr. Verlander's loosening up. He fires. Swing and a miss. Went over the top of a breaking ball. He leaves runners at first and third, gives up his first hit, but nothing more, and we go to the 6th inning of play. Giants on top 3-0.
Giants with a 3-0 lead over the Braves into the top of the 6th inning. And the Braves go to the bullpen, bring out left-hander Dylan Dodd, 6'2", 210 pounds. He is out of Elk Grove, Illinois. And he's on the mound for the 12th time this season. No record, a 3.75 ERA. Last time we saw him was on the 5th of July. Went 2 2/3 of an inning against Baltimore. And he gave up a couple of runs on 2 hits, including a home run.
Strider goes 5 innings, gives up 5 hits and 3 runs, all last inning, all the result of homers. Dominic Smith, the left-handed hitter, takes outside from Dylan Dodd, who's had himself a really good year both in AAA and here in the big leagues. At AAA, he has struck out 32 batters and walked just 3. Strike call, 1-1. Dominic Smith wasn't sure about that one. At the big league level, Dylan Dodd really doing a number on right-handed hitters. They're only hitting $115 off of him. Next pitch to Smith, swing and a miss. 1-2. But lefties, oddly, it's a reverse split thing. Lefties are hitting .294 against him. Dodd works out of the stretch and fires. In the dirt outside, 2-2. They play Smith the pull. The 2-2. Outside, full count. Bottom third of the order for the Giants here, already leading 3-0. Smith, Bailey, and then Matos. Payoff pitch. Swung on, lifted to left field. Pretty deep. Profar giving ground, but shy of the track. He'll make the catch. 1 out. Let's pause for station identification. Braves Radio Network.
Every Atlanta Braves game, live on the air and streaming free on the app.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan.
Joe Bennett, Jay Chad with you. Truist Park, top of the 6th inning, 3-0 Giants. Patrick Bailey, switch hitter, steps in, lines one to left center field. Profar on the run, he can't get it. It one hops the padding. Profar gets it in. And Bailey goes in, standing up just ahead of the throw with a 1-out double. He's 1 for 3.
Well, in good news, the sun is popping out for the first time in a few innings, coming out from behind a cloud and shining down on the plate. Hopefully no more rain today.
That would be nice. Louis Matos batting 9th. Is 0 for 2. He has flied out and struck out against Strider. Dodd fires, a strike call. Strider walked 3, struck out 7. The 0-1 to Matos. Swung on, sliced foul and out of play. 0-2. The 2 home runs allowed by Strider, the 9th and 10th he's given up this year. Runner bluffs going at second. Now the pitch fouled back. Still 0-2 to Matos. A 31-pitch first inning, although Spencer was able to put a 0 up there. He had to work really hard in the first inning. And had him shut out till last inning. Breaking ball in the dirt, 1-2 to Louis Matos. We were talking about Matos last night. He's now hitting $167. He has 17 hits and 102 at-bats. Of the 17 hits, 6 doubles, 5 homers. Next pitch hit hard. 2 hopper. To short, they go to third, where Bailey's trying to advance, and he's thrown out. He might be the worst base runner for a catcher I've seen this year.
Yeah, you knew going into third base, he was already thinking in his mind, what are you doing? It's just, you hate outs on the base paths, but that's a big no-no to be running on that ground ball, especially at a shortstop like Nick Allen.
6-5 on the putout.
Remember, he got thrown out at second last night trying to stretch it. Hard single off the bricks to right field and thrown out by Acuna at second. Matos runs well. He's at first, draws a throw. He's back safely. Elliot Ramos, the batter, he was 1 for 3 against Strider with a double, ground rule double, but struck out on each side of that. First pitch, strike call. 94 on that fastball from Dodd. Dodd was called up, so was Hunter Stratton from AAA. Wander Suero, Davis Daniel were sent back. Swing and a foul tip. On another good fastball from Dodd, 0-2. Three to nothing Giants, 6th inning. The kick and the delivery. A little low, taken for ball 1. Looked like Verlander was getting a lot of handshakes in the dugout at the end of 5. He may be done today. The 1-2 pitch. Down and in, 2-2. I was telling Ben about his postseason numbers before the game. We've talked about and highlighted all of his accomplishments. Verlander in the postseason in Division Series is 9-1 with a 2.86 ERA. League Championship Series games, he's 7-5 with a 3.19. Line drive to center. That's going to get down for a hit. One hopper to Harris. He'll hold the runner Matos at second. And Patrick Bailey, who ran into an out, cost the Giants a run. Ramos 2 for 4. And in the World Series, after 9-1 in the Division Series, 7-5 in the League Championship Series, Verlander's numbers in the World Series don't match up to those others. 1-6 with a 5.5 ERA in the World Series.
Yeah, it just flips around for the World Series numbers.
Here's that man Devers again. I think it's a new rule. He gets to hit every inning. He takes a strike.
Well, a lot of those games in all 3 levels of postseason play would be game 1s as well. I mean, how many times would he be the game 1 starter? Probably every time.
Sure. 2 on, 2 out. Outside to Devers, 1-1. Rafael singled in the first, a missile to right field. Struck out in the third, and then we don't know how he hit a breaking ball down and in that was about 3 inches off the dirt, and he hit one out into the seats for the Giants' first run. Swinging a foul ball. 1-2. Willie Adames on deck. Dodd's 21st pitch of the inning on the way. In the dirt, dug out by Sean Murphy. 2-2. Got to hold them right there. Can't afford to give up any more runs, trailing 3-0. The left-hander just summoned back up from Gwinnett this morning. Delivers up and in, almost hit Devers. He spins out of the way, and the count goes full. Was it that close that he had to get out of the way like that? Yeah, it was. Shoulder high, up and in. He hit the dirt.
Thought he was going to take a nap down there.
Yeah. He still hasn't picked his bat up, and on his way to the mound to talk to Dylan Dodd is Sean Murphy. Dane Dunning begins to loosen up for Atlanta. Behind Dylan Dodd. Dunning made his first appearance in a Braves uniform a couple of days ago against the Yankees. Went 3 innings of relief. Gave up just 1 run. So 2 on, 2 out, full count. Runners will be moving. There they go. And Devers swings and sends a drive to right field. Eli White going back. He backs up. He'll watch it fly into the seats. And right after getting knocked on his keister, Rafael Devers comes back on the next pitch and hits a 3-run homer. 6-0 Giants. His second homer of the day and his 19th of the year, and he's up to 73 RBIs. And Brian Snitker's on his way to the mound. He's going to make the Aero Exterminator's call to the bullpen. You make the right call and protect your home and business from pests by calling 888-GO-AERO or visit aeroexterminators.com. We'll tell you about Dane Dunning right after this on the Braves Radio Network.
Good calls. They're great in baseball games, and they're even better when you need a law firm. If you've been
You know what happened in 2014.
A World Series win for the San Francisco Giants.
Look at how clean that is. The gold, I don't know if you guys know what the gold means, but the gold means you are the World Series champions from the year before. But it's the honor of a lifetime, getting to win back-to-back World Series championships with 2 different teams.
For work, and he would go to places all over Europe and stuff.
Demolition squad for the Giants. This is his 35th career game against the Braves, and he's hit 10 homers against the Braves.
Mercy. There was no doubt about that one. Here's Adames. He takes inside, ball 1. The one he hit off Strider seemed kind of fluky because it was such a weird pitch and he was so fooled by it. Swinging a foul tip, 1-1 to Adames. Not so there. He hit it 6-8 rows up into the seats next to the chop house right after he'd been knocked down. Half swing and a miss, 1-2 to Adames, who was hit by a pitch his last time up and on base for Chapman's homer. 0 for 2 before that. Dunning misses outside with a changeup. 2-2. Five for 9 with 3 walks is Adames in this series, and he hits a soft line drive caught by Nick Allen, backpedaling out at shortstop, and the inning is over. But not before the Rafael Devers show continued. Hit 3-run homer in the 6th inning. We go to the bottom half of the inning. 6-zip.
If you're feeling bogged down by the dog days of summer, Virgo, it might be time to take a beat in the clubhouse before you get back onto the diamond. You've been bringing your A game all season long, and you don't want to flame out before September. Conserving your energy now will help you crush the game late into October.
Celebra tú también con Betcris.
Northside Hospital Heart Institute. We lead with heart.
Remember the good old days when baseball in Atlanta was an adventure? Book your stay today at omnihotels.com/Atlanta, because some things are too good not to relive.
This is Matt Chernoff, and we want your summer to include 2 tickets to Truist Park. Listen to Chuck and Chernoff weekdays during our 4 o'clock hour for your chance to win Braves tickets on 680 The Fan.
6-0 in favor of the Giants into the bottom of the 6th inning. New pitcher is the right-hander Ryan Walker. We saw him in Game 1 of this series. Gave up 1 run in 2 innings. Takes over for Justin Verlander, who pitched 5 innings. 5 shutout innings for Verlander, and Joe, that gets him to 3,500 career innings pitched.
Marvelous. Just a spectacular career. Sean Murphy leads it off against Walker, who I don't know how anybody ever hits him batting right-handed. Strike 1 call. He's the guy that works from the first base side of the rubber, turns his back to you in the stretch, then steps toward their on-deck circle on the third base side. Strike 2 call. The run he gave up 2 nights ago came on 2 out, back-to-back doubles. 0-2, slider, sweeper outside, 1-2. So Verlander in line for the win. And his team has a 6-0 lead. Swing and a slicer out of play by Murphy, who has walked and hit into a double play. Braves offense has gone suddenly cold. Slider lifted to left field pretty deep. Ramos giving ground, but he's got room and he'll make the catch. 1 out. They scored 9 runs against the Giants on Monday night. Got shut out last night, and being shut out here as we are in our Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning with Brian Lowe of Rutledge, Georgia, our contestant, and $1,300 in the jackpot. Ozzie Albies stands in, pulls one foul off the screen in front of the Braves dugout. 0-1.
If the Braves don't score this inning, that'd be 17 straight shutout innings.
Not pretty. Walker to the plate, and a swing and a miss by Ozzie. 0-2. Bottom of the 4th in New York. Mets 5-1 over the Angels. Next offering to Ozzie is high and away. 1-2 the count. Braves entered play today 13.5 back of the Phillies. Ground ball to first. 2 hopper handled by Dominic Smith. He'll step on the bag. 2 down. They are 3 games back of Miami for 3rd place and 13 games back of the Mets for 2nd place. Mets are only a half game back of Philadelphia. Michael Harris II has flied out and popped up. I wonder when that came into vogue, that if a pitcher had to cover first base, you had to go out and give him a rest.
That's a good question.
Man, oh man. Michael swings and fouls one back. Good cut. 0-1.
I would say since the pitch timer came into the game, that's probably been a point of emphasis, rather than having them right back on the mound after sprinting over to first base, and now you got to throw a pitch within 15 seconds.
Michael fights one off and into left field for a base hit. He'll take that. That gives him his 3rd hit of the series, 1 for 3 today. And he's at first with 2 out. If you'd like to enter for your chance to win at least $1,000 from the Georgia Lottery, visit 680thefan.com/GA Lottery. Georgia Lottery, today could be the day. Nacho Alvarez takes outside, ball 1.
Well, if the Braves can't come back and win this game, it'd be a rough homestand. But if you're looking for something positive, I'd say the bat of Michael Harris is towards the top of the list.
I would agree with that. Big lead, not going. and a strike call to Nacho.
Well, he had a pretty lengthy stretch where he was looking lost. And we were even talking amongst ourselves, they need to send him down.
Yeah. Well, I love what he's done with his hands to move him up a little higher. It's paying off for him as Nacho chases a bad ball outside. 1-2 the count. Nacho's flied out twice, once to center, very deep, back Matos up to the wall. He's also flied out to left and robbed of a hit by Ramos. Did he go? He checked his swing. They say he went, and that'll end the inning. No runs, a hit, 1 left. We go to the 7th. 6-0 San Francisco.
At the Omni Hotel at the Battery, Atlanta, the energy of the game day is right.
I'm gonna go check out Food Truck Row. So, what did you guys get today?
Philly cheesesteaks.
Both of you got the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh, yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries.
Just kind of basic ballpark.
Chicken bacon sandwich.
Uh-huh.
Philly cheesesteak.
Okay.
And some
crinkle cut fries.
Okay, where are you guys from?
We're from Dallas.
Dallas. That's what's fun about baseball. It brings different regions together, not just the ball and glove and bat, but what we're eating.
To be in, the middle of New York to display a card like this is really such a big part of the Fanatics mission. We think about how do we create new experiences. Now we get the opportunity to put incredible Holy Grail cards in front.
Separate the rumors from reality before the MLB trading deadline. Lock in Cellini and Domino weekdays between 10 and 2 at 680thefan.com or use the Fan app.
We go to the 7th. All Giants. They lead at 6-0. Dane Dunning in his first full inning of relief work will work to Chapman, Yastrzemski, and Schmidt. And to take you the rest of the way, here's Ben.
Thank you, Joe. Matt Chapman with that 2-run homer back in the 5th inning. His second homer against the Braves this year, and Chapman takes ball inside. The convenient thing for Dunning about this next road trip, anything that he left behind in Texas, he can go right back and pick up on this next road trip.
Great point.
1-0, check swing, in for a strike, 1-1. He just came over from the Rangers. We'll see the Rangers come Friday night. There's the 1-1, and Chapman hits one deep down the left field line, hooking foul. That was hit to the top of the Hank Aaron Terrace, and a foul ball. That's impressive.
At 109 miles an hour. The reason I know that was because it hit right below the scoreboard that gives you the speed on the hit.
1-2, and he hit him. Came inside with a sinker, got him in the elbow. And he's down to a 3-point stance in pain. Now he's walking down the first baseline with his left arm just hanging by his side. That got him right on the funny bone, and it ain't funny for Chapman.
No, it's just a dead arm right now. And keep in mind, he just came back from he doesn't wear elbow guard either. He just came back from an injury suffered against the Braves out in San Francisco on a dive back into first base. He injured his hand and missed about a month. He's trying to get some feeling back in his arm.
Giants trainer checking on him. I want to remind you, tomorrow you got to drop by Tidal Wave Auto Spa. While the last few innings have not been clean, the 4th inning was. That's the one that counts for Tidal Wave. Stop by tomorrow. Get half off their Best Wash membership for the first month. Braves country is clean car country. Thanks to Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves for more information. Trainer seems to be satisfied. He and Bob Melvin jog off the field. 6-0 Giants. We're in the top of the 7th. Batter is Mike Yastrzemski, who is 0 for 2. First pitch, ball outside. I know when you're growing up and even into your career, you got to see Mike's grandfather play some ball.
Played against him.
1-0 pitch. There's ball outside.
He was still playing when I went to the American League and went to the Mariners. He was still in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you were talking about pitchers and making adjustments earlier about Verlander.
There's the 2-0 pitch. Yastrzemski takes a ball low.
Same could be said about a lot of players who hit into their 40s. And I'll give you two really good examples. His grandfather, Carl Yastrzemski, who was constantly adjusting his stance, and Cal Ripken Jr.
Good call. 3-0s outside, and Yastrzemski walks.
Because if they're getting you out and wearing you out in one way or another, you got to figure out a way to stick around. And those two good examples of guys who did.
Well, and for the same reason, you think about pitchers making adjustments, and a lot of times it's a power pitcher early in his career who's getting a bunch of strikeouts, throws very hard, and then all of a sudden you don't have quite the giddy up on the fastball anymore. Ball outside. He missed badly with that cutter. And you have to figure out other ways to get guys out. And it's the same thing for some of these hitters where maybe in their careers they're 30, 35, 40 home run a year guys. And then you get later in your career, your power's not quite there, but you're still finding ways to make contact, get on base, go the other way. There's a strike on Schmidt, 1-1. And you make adjustments to do both of those things.
Yeah. Well, Carl broke in. I want to say he broke in, was Rookie of the Year in like 1960.
Yeah, 61.
Okay.
1-1 pitch. Comebacker over the mound, out towards second. Ozzie backhands on the shortstop side of the field. Jump throw, falling against his momentum, and a great throw for the out. What a play by Ozzie Albies. A long way from his target, backhanding and firing against his momentum, and a good stretch off the bag by Matt Olson.
Really good stretch.
We'll make that the Truist play of the game, brought to you by Truist. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
So he's Rookie of the Year in 61, and I'm playing against him in 79, 80, somewhere in there, maybe 81.
Infield in for Dominic Smith. First pitch from Dunning is a called strike.
It's a long ways from 1961 to late 70s, early 80s.
It really is amazing. One pitch, and Smith loops one into right field down for a base hit. Chapman in to score, second and third for Yastrzemski, and it's 7-0 Giants. Yeah, Carl Yastrzemski, 23 seasons with Boston.
Wow.
61-83. Of course, won a Triple Crown. He was the 67 American League MVP. How about this number? An 18-time All-Star and 7 times won a Gold Glove. 3 batting championships and won the Triple Crown in 67. Here comes Snit. But, yeah, you just marvel over a career like that. It's kind of the hitting version of what we were talking about with Verlander earlier.
Did you get total hits there? How many total hits?
I'll find it during the break.
Okay.
Step aside. Braves make the Aero Exterminators call to the bullpen. Make the right call. Protect your home and business from pests by calling 8.
It's a 5-man umpiring crew here today in this young superstar.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yes, so Hoppy Tritt, they got their feet tangled up before the ball came down.
That goes helicoptering into the net. It's Pronto.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
A little tumble behind the mound. Hat fell off.
80 and 93.7. Home of the Braves.
Left-hander Aaron Bummer is the next man up for the Braves out of the bullpen. 31 years old, 6'3", 215. He pitched a scoreless inning here 2 nights ago, and that was a welcome sight for Aaron. He had allowed runs in each of his last 4 outings prior to that. He'll inherit runners at first and third, and 1 out with Patrick Bailey up.
7-0 Giants. And Bummer goes to work on Patrick Bailey. First pitch swinging and missed the sweeper. All right, total hits for Carl Yastrzemski, 3,419.
Wow.
What's really amazing is how few times he struck out. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That'll be fouled off. I mean, he played 20 years. And the most he ever struck out in a season was 96.
Wow.
And even in his last few seasons as a 42, 43-year-old. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And there's a ball whistled back off the leg of Bummer. Picks it up. One play. Bounces a throw to first base and gets the out. A run scores as Yastrzemski comes across, and it's 8-0 Giants on the 1-3 putout to get Bailey down to second base for Smith. When Yastrzemski was 42 years old, he played in 131 games and struck out 50 times in 459 at-bats.
Not bad. And see, what I remember from his early days.
2 down for Matos, who cuts it loose and misses.
Remember, he held the bat really high, and his elbow was kind of pointed straight out parallel to the ground. Well, as he got older, that bat wasn't near as high. His elbow was kind of pointed more straight down to the ground.
Fouled off by Matos.
And that just helped him, made him a little quicker. Got to the ball a little faster. That was a team late in his career that had Jim Rice, Freddie Lynn, and Dwight Evans in the outfield, so he was a DH.
Yeah.
He didn't even play much first base.
Well, Tuta Matos bounced up there.
If at all.
One-two to Matos. Pulled foul on the third baseline.
He was a tough guy, too. He wasn't the friendliest guy in the world. He was out there to beat you.
I love that.
Yeah, they had a catcher named Bob Montgomery who was a veteran. And I always walked up to the plate the first at bat, said hello to the catcher. He never once answered me.
Not a thing.
Nope.
1-2. There's a liner into center. Base hit across the grass in left center field. That will drive in Dominic Smith to make it 9-0 Giants.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, it does. Well, I like hearing that about players like that, because at the end of the day, what are we here to do? Why are we here if it's not to win? And I think that's the way you would view it. I would imagine that's how most players viewed it, but you can be friends later on.
Well, that's what I admired, and I said this about Devers earlier today. Man, he turned around a 96, 97-mile-an-hour fastball in the first inning.
Elliot Ramos takes a strike.
Those good hitters can hit fastballs, and he did it. And then he gets knocked on his tail last time up. I mean, really dusted, and he gets up in the next pitch, hits a homer.
Ramos fouls one back.
That's some old school stuff right there.
Yeah, that is. In between innings, it'll be the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by the Warrior Alliance, going to bat for veterans and their families by helping them navigate success after military service. To learn more, go to thewarrioralliance.org. Ball poked out to short, taken on one bounce by Allen, triggers to Ozzie at second, and they cut down Matos. That ends the top of the 7th inning, but 3 more runs up on the board for the Giants. They scored 3 in the 5th, 3 in the 6th, 3 more in the 7th. They lead 9-0.
Right now at the Home Depot, you can stack up on storage solutions that fit your needs. Like heavy-duty shelving, strong enough to hold up to 2,500 pounds per shelf. So it can handle all your lawn and garden tools, your power tools, or your weight set, if that's what you're into. Because the right storage should work for whatever your day throws it in. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Peanuts, get your peanuts.
Nothing goes better with the crack of the bat than the crunch of Georgia peanuts. Power-packed with protein, essential nutrients, and great taste, Georgia peanuts are the all-star choice for affordability, sustainability, and nutrition. For recipes and fun facts, check out GAPeanuts.com. That's GAPeanuts.com. The perfectly powerful peanut is brought to you by the family farmers of the Georgia Peanut Commission.
Peanuts, get your peanuts.
At Georgia Power, we know that energy costs are an important part of every budget, and we're committed to providing tools and assistance to make a difference. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy.
We in the locker room want to send you to a Braves game. This is John Michaels reminding you that a pair of tickets is up for grabs during our 7 o'clock hour every weekday morning on 680 The Fan.
Giants go to their bullpen again. They bring in the elongated man, 6'11" Sean Jelly. Hjelle. We talked about him a lot last night. He worked an inning, gave up a couple of hits, struck out a batter, but no runs. He's 1-1 with a 6.23 ERA. This is his 11th appearance. Just got called back up from AAA. Isn't it funny that their AAA team is in Sacramento?
You know what's funny? I didn't even realize that until we were there on the last road trip. I was all along, it's in my mind, I just assumed this is the A's AAA site. And, of course, it's not. Vegas is. That's the other interesting part of it.
Yeah.
So if they're going to Vegas and building a stadium and your AAA team's there, and you have to play at a AAA ballpark, why not just go there?
Yeah, why not? And develop a lot of fan interest and, I don't know, attraction.
Right. Do you have any more jelly puns for jelly?
Just jam up and jelly tight. It's time to get some runs.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
I kind of emptied the catalog last night.
They were good ones, too.
But if I think of any others, I'll throw them out there.
Yeah, he's in to preserve the lead. And
right.
I got nothing.
9-0 Giants. Here comes Eli White. That'll take a ball outside.
I did have some raspberry jelly on a biscuit this morning.
I saw that. It looked really good.
It was delicious.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. White takes a called strike. Little did you know that would be the highlight of your day as you're devouring that biscuit.
I had no inclination that was going to happen. But you're right.
You peaked right there.
Yeah.
That'll be swung on, fouled off.
Pretty much a food highlight day. I had that, then I had Louisiana hot sauce on my taco.
Yeah. Since then, things have gone bad with what we've watched today. White rolls over one, sends it foul. 1-2. Speaking of Louisiana hot sauce, did you know that the all-time hot sauce leader in RBIs is the original Louisiana brand hot sauce? It's like a double play for your mouth. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
18 straight innings without a run dating back to the 7th inning of Game 1 of this series.
1-2 to White, and a chopper left side that finds a hole.
Attaboy, Eli.
Eli's on for the 3rd time of the game. Hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning and 2 singles since then.
You know, I've said it before, and I really kind of migrate to these guys that are part-time players, but I so enjoy when they get a start making the best of it. And he came in really he had lost some points on his average. He was down to 240, so he's bumped that up today.
Nick Allen takes a strike. It's only the 3rd hit the whole game.
Yeah.
Braves have been out-hit 10-3 and outscored 9-0. Allen 0 for 2. Jelly fires. That'll be fouled back. If you're making a PB&J, what kind of jelly do you typically lean towards? Traditional grape?
Yeah, I think I must be in the minority on that. I'm definitely prefer grape. I can go strawberry.
Yeah.
J-Chad's only grape.
Yeah, he's very picky with it. 0-2 check swing, appeal, and he didn't go.
There was a time where I wouldn't even eat one if we didn't have any grape jelly in the fridge, but I'll go to strawberry with some of our relatives' homemade strawberry jelly.
Do you prefer?
Preserves.
Here's a 1-2. That was low and outside. If you had your pick, are you going jam or jelly or preserves?
I'll go preserves.
Okay.
But I like grape jelly too. And I'm a creamy peanut butter guy. I'm not really a crunchy guy.
There's the 2-2 pitch. And a check swing there, and he went. And one down here in the 7th inning.
Jonathan, are you creamy or crunchy? Only creamy. Chad and I are a lot alike.
Yeah, I'm the only crunchy in the booth.
Okay.
I mean, I'll do creamy if that's all we got. But I'd prefer crunchy peanut butter. And I'll go jam. I like...
Okay.
I like that thing to be pretty chunky. There's a called strike. But if you spend any time around minor league baseball, you learn to love a PB&J.
Yes, you do.
Because there's sometimes that's the only thing in the clubhouse spread.
Sometimes that's the only thing in your apartment.
Yeah.
In the minor leagues.
You become a PB&J master. There's a called strike.
And you can prove it because how much we love those Crunchables on the charter.
Yeah, the Uncrustables.
Uncrustables,
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're connoisseurs of the PB&J.
I hope Anna's got some of those lined up today.
0-2, ground ball through the right side. Profar's aboard. Holding at second base, Eli White. The Braves have as many hits here in the 7th as they had in the previous 6 innings combined.
Let's snap this scoreless streak. What do you say?
Need to, because it's going on the equivalent of 2 full games without a run. Trailing 9-0 in the bottom of the 7th. Even if you didn't know the score, you probably knew that things weren't going well given our discussion about PB&Js rather than the game. One down for Matt Olson. And Matt's going to loop one into left field for a base hit. Eli White holds at third. And that'll load the bases. And the Braves have Jelly in another jam. That'll bring Drake Baldwin to the plate.
See, I like that one. I like that one because that's reflective of the Braves coming back here.
I hope so. Need something to be excited about. Drake Baldwin is 0 for 3. He had no luck versus Justin Verlander. Verlander finished with 3 strikeouts, and 2 of them were against Drake. But now the base is loaded. Ball outside to Baldwin. 1 ball and no strikes. Right-hander Jelly set right at the belly in the 1-0 pitch. Line down the left field line. That's in for a base hit, and one hops over the sidewall. That'll be a double for Baldwin. It'll drive in 2 runs, and for the first time since Game 1, the Braves are on the board. It's now a 9-2 Giants lead here in the 7th. Just did keep it fair down the left field line. Nice job of hitting by Drake Baldwin. At RBIs 40 and 41 on the season.
Let that be the start of something for the road trip. Snap that shutout string and get something going here offensively like they had Monday night.
That's 3 straight hits. Here's Sean Murphy, and he takes the first pitch strike. 4 of the 5 batters to the plate here in the 7th have collected a base hit. Murphy with a bouncer left side. That'll drive in a run. Up with it, Chapman at third. Slings it across the diamond. And it gets Murphy, but Murphy with his 39th RBI of the season. And it's 9-3 as Matt Olson comes across the plate to score. So White, Profar, and Olson have all scored here in the bottom of the 7th. With a trend here in the middle innings and into the 7th has been 3-run innings. Bunch of 3s up there on the board. As he takes the ball outside. Giants with 3 in the 5th, 3 in the 6th, 3 in the 7th, and the Braves also with 3 in the 7th. Joey Lucchesi is tossing in the Giants bullpen. We saw him last night. 1-0 from Jelly. And Ozzie with a little bloop in the air to second base. Under it, Casey Schmidt, and he'll make a 2-handed grab for the final out. But the Braves pick up 3 runs, showing some life with a 4-hit inning. We go to the top of the 8th inning, 9-3 Giants.
a snack that Freddie cannot resist?
I would have to say chips and guacamole. Organic mango, yeah.
Is that because of the strong Dominican contingent in the major leagues, bro? Has anybody ever struck out and gone crazy and smashed the cooler full of mangoes?
Nah, our team's not really into smashing each other's stuff, I guess.
Are you a seasoning guy? You like to drown your stuff in dips and sauces?
No. Gotta watch my figure.
And it looks great, brother.
I appreciate it.
Very sexy man.
Yeah,
Let's go, Freddie Freeman, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go. This is a classic road jersey for Boston. This is the first uniform I put on when I came with Boston. When you see those two socks together, that's one thing I know I had to do. I had to make sure I had my red socks high, okay? My two red socks, because, you know, there's two here.
Dylan Lee, the next man out of the bullpen for the Braves. He's in his 47th game, 1-3, a 2.68 ERA, and is now the league rule. He'll face Rafael Devers, who hits for like the 9th time today.
And he's up every inning. He's gone deep twice. Lee goes to work. First pitch called strike. I know what would make us feel good. Our first winner in the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. And that's what's on the table here for Dylan Lee. There's a ball outside. Here in the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. If Dylan Lee can strike out the side in order, our contestant Virginia Baker will be the lucky winner of a brand new Yanmar utility terrain vehicle. Haven't had a winner all year. 1-1, nub fouled on the third baseline, 1-2. Enter all season long at Braves.com/Yanmar for your chance to win a Yanmar utility terrain vehicle and to be entered for a grand prize drawing at the end of the season. Yanmar, built together, backed longer. Braves down 9-3 in the top of the 8th. Devers has driven in 4 runs today, a 2-homer game. He also singled in the first inning. He shows bunt and bunts one foul, and that's strike 3. So there's strikeout number 1.
Well, he ought to strike out. It's 9-3 in the 8th inning, and he's trying to bunt after 2 homers. Come on.
Well, and Dylan Lee had to hurry that up there because he was running out of time on the pitch timer. And Sean Murphy was trying to get his attention. Let's go. You're about to have a violation. So he quickly rushed it up there, and Devers just threw the bat at it in a bunt. I don't even know that he thought that the play was live. I think he thought a violation was about to be called.
Could have been. So I retract that.
So in the process, he strikes out. Here's Willie Adames. And Adames with a big swing and a miss at a first pitch slider.
On deck for the Giants is number 0, Brett Wisely.
Brett Wisely is on deck. He'd be batting for Chapman, who was hit by a pitch last inning. 0-1 to Adames. Low and outside with a slider. You know, not only have we not had a winner in the Yanmar strikeout the side inning, we haven't had a contestant close in what feels like months. 1-1 to Adames, and a strike on the inside corner, 1-2.
I remember one got within a strike.
I do remember that. That feels like it was in April.
Yeah.
1-2. Struck him out.
Hey.
We might have something here. 2 up and 2 down. So now Brett Wisely will come to the plate. Wisely is a .225 hitter. 7 strikeouts and 40 at-bats. So could this be our first winner of the year? About to find out. It's 9-3 Giants of the 8th inning. Wisely 5'9", 185.
Attention media, today's attendance is 33,000.
Pitch on the way to Wisely. Ball low and outside.
3-3.
Wisely, 26 years old, out of Gulf Coast State College in Panama City, Florida. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Come on now. Couple more.
It's a left-on-left matchup. That favors Dylan. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss.
Yeah.
We're a strike away.
What's her name, Virginia?
Virginia Baker.
Come on, Virginia.
Looking to get a brand new Yanmar utility terrain vehicle to Virginia Baker here in the Yanmar strikeout the side inning. And she'd be our first winner all season. First time the entire game I've been on the edge of my seat.
Come on, Dylan.
1-2 pitch. Low and outside, 2-2. Good slider. He struck out Devers. He struck out Adames. Needs one more good one to get it by Wisely. 2-2. Got him looking, strike 3. And a winner in the Yanmar strikeout the side inning for the first time all year. Woohoo! Congratulations to Virginia Baker. That's our best.
For things not as lucky as
They're all the luck you need. Win up to $2 million with the Lucky 7 scratchers from the Georgia Lottery.
I'm Cortland spokespug Cordy. This broadcast of the Atlanta Braves is brought to you by Cortland. Visit Cortland.com to find your new apartment or one of our next level communities. Go Braves!
Hey Braves fans, this is Finn here. How well do you know us in the locker room? Your answer could win you a pair of Braves tickets during our 7 o'clock hour every weekday morning on 680 The Fan.
These changes for the Giants. Wisely stays in the game to play second base. Casey Schmidt moves over to play third. And now on to pitch, left-hander Joey Lucchesi.
Lucchesi to Harris. His ball outside. Jelly went 1 inning, gave up 3 runs on 4 hits. Had a strikeout. 9-3 Giants. Michael Harris takes ball low and outside. Braves finally scored in the bottom of the 7th. They had not scored in their previous 17 innings. Now looking for more versus Lucchesi and whatever's left of that Giants bullpen the rest of the way. 2-0 pitch to Harris and a big chopper out to second. Brett Wisely has it. Throws a dart over there to first base. And that's in time for the out. When I mean a dart, I don't mean he threw it really hard. I mean his arm action was exactly that of throwing a dart at a dartboard.
Sure was.
Wisely, as I just mentioned, remained in the game at second base. And Schmidt has moved from second base to third base. Chapman's out of there. 1 away for Nacho Alvarez. And Alvarez takes a called strike. Hey, Atlanta, it's the little things we do together that can make a big difference. Atlanta area Chick-fil-A restaurants are teaming up with the Atlanta Braves Foundation on the Home Plate Project to help fight food insecurity for families in need. There's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Nacho. In there for a called strike. Show your support by visiting Braves.com/homeplate to learn more about food distributions in your area. Nacho Alvarez, 0 for 3, was robbed by Elliot Ramos back in the 4th inning on a diving catch. There's a little flare to shallow right center. Backpedaling Brett Wisely, and the second baseman has it for the out. And 2 down here in the 8th inning. Braves have a day off tomorrow. So after the game, we'll hop on the Delta Charter, head west to Dallas. And we'll see the Rangers Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Texas.
On deck for Atlanta's number 20, Marcell Ozuna.
2 down for Eli White. Marcell Ozuna now on deck. Called strike on Eli White. Been a nice day for Eli. On base 3 times, 2 base hits, a run scored. Both hits were singles. And he'll fight one off foul. And he was a catalyst in that 3-run 7th. But looking back on what has taken place in this game, what really stands out was what didn't happen in the first inning of this game for the Braves. And you just think how things might have gone a different way if they'd come through in the bottom of the first inning. 0-2 to White. Pulled foul on the third baseline. Braves had the bases loaded in the first inning. They had Justin Verlander on the ropes. He was up around 40 pitches by the time the first inning ended. And they left the bases loaded. Verlander had walked the bases loaded that inning, and the Braves couldn't score. Man, if that had turned into a 3 or 4 run inning, things could have been really different today. Oh, 2 from Luke Casey. Eli White, 3/4 swing, and he went going after the curveball, and that ends the bottom of the 8th. So the Braves go down very quietly in the bottom of the 8th. We advance to the 9th, 9-3 Giants.
I can't imagine transitioning from loving baseball cards to then knowing it's inevitably coming that you're going to be on baseball cards. What was that moment like for you?
Yeah, I think the first card I saw was when they did something for USA Baseball, and then now seeing my face, seeing me playing baseball on a card, it was surreal. It wasn't that it was that moment where we're like, wow, this is really something.
Do you guys make your own brisket here?
Yes, we do. We are known by our brisket.
Barbecue brisket sandwich. Quality is better than other places, and it looks good. We're ready to eat.
We go to an average 500 briskets per game. We hear a lot from our fans. They want to try something with wrap, easy to eat. So we say, well, let's do it like a brisket, wrap, and an egg roll.
That's beautiful. You get the gold medal for culinary brisketry here in Texas.
Yes.
It's a 5-man umpiring crew here today in this young superstar.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yes, so Hoppy Tritt, they got their feet tangled up before the ball came down.
That goes helicoptering into the net. It's prime time.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
A little tumble behind the mound, hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
.com. Stream Braves baseball in crystal clear HD on the Fan app. Now with Apple CarPlay, so you can get it directly through your dashboard. Download the Fan app now.
Bryce Iglesias on to pitch the 9th for Atlanta. Braves trailing 9-3. Let's pause for ID on Braves Network.
Never miss a pitch of the Braves.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station.
The Fan, and streaming free on the Fan app.
First pitch to Yastrzemski is low from Iglesias. And a 1-0 count on him. Just to bring you up to speed, if you're just now tuning in, this game was scoreless into the top of the 5th inning. Giants scored 3 times in the 5th, 3 more in the 6th, an additional 3 in the 7th. Changeup gets a check swing and a called strike, 1-1. And then the Braves answered with 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th. But that's been it. It's 9-3 Giants. They've been led by Rafael Devers, who has gone 3 for 5 with 2 homers, a solo shot, and a 3-run homer. 1-1 to Yastrzemski, and he hits one very hard but foul deep down the right field line. And that's into the second deck of the stadium, rattling around.
Learned a lot in the 9 innings.
You know, during your innings, I worked on my pronunciations a lot.
That's smart.
Went to the back of the booth.
Yeah.
Went through my flashcards.
Uh-huh. Smart. We can do some more on the plane if you want.
I can't wait. 1-2 point foul into the Braves dugout. Valvoline Instant Oil Change is a proud partner of your Atlanta Braves. Visit your neighborhood Valvoline for a stay-in-your-car oil change done in about 15 minutes. No appointment needed. 1-2 pitch. Hit the outside corner with a fastball. So Yastrzemski goes down looking. 1 down here in the 9th inning. Braves in the bottom of the 9th will have 9-1-2 due up. And when the bottom of the 8th inning ended, Marcell Ozuna was on deck. So he could pinch hit to lead off the 9th inning.
Could be a very momentous at-bat.
Mm-hmm. Four straight strikeouts for Braves pitchers going back to last inning. That'll be disrupted here, but just a little pop-up. Lollipop out there to Matt Olson. He backpedals, and he retires Casey Schmidt. 2 down here in the 9th. For the Giants, they would improve to 54-49. Braves would fall to 44-57 if they cannot come back in this game. They'd be falling to 13 games under 500. That would be a new season low for the Braves. Dominic Smith takes a ball low. Check swing, an appeal, didn't go. Two-0 pitch. Funny swing there. Changeup fooled him. 2-1. Last time the Braves were that many games under 500, you have to go back to the end of the 2017 season when they finished with a record of 72-90.
Yikes.
Then a year later, won the division and won it 6 straight times and 7 straight trips to the postseason. Smith cuts it loose and missed it. 2-2 is that sinker. Had him flailing at it. 2-2 to Smith. Hit the outside corner with a changeup for strike 3. Nice inning for Iglesias as he comes up with a couple of strikeouts. Final chance coming up for the Braves. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning, 9-3 Giants. Ben Ingram here. We're all tied and looking for some late inning magic. Tundra is up to bat. Swung on. There's a deep drive to left, way back and gone.
Do you see yourself maybe one day after baseball, like maybe food critic, food writer?
I would love to do that. That's the plan. I've been doing it ever since I was in the big leagues. It's just fun. It's fun to interact with people, like the fans, because a lot of my followers are baseball fans. So it's nice to interact with them on a topic that's not baseball. A lot of people seem to rally around that. I mean, who doesn't love good food?
Today could be the day.
When there's baseball news you need to know before the trade deadline, never lose touch with the radio home of the Braves. Listen to Chuck and Chernoff weekday afternoons from 2 to 6 on 680 The Fan.
If I said that Tyler Rogers, who's on the pitch for the Giants here in the 9th inning, was a submariner, that would be an understatement. This guy comes from, I swear, between his legs somehow. I don't know how he does it, but he is from the ground up a pitcher. 4-2, an unbelievable 1.54 ERA in 49 games. 4 walks against 34 strikeouts on the year. And he will face Marcell Ozuna, who will pinch hit leading off the 9th in what could conceivably be his last at bat in a Braves uniform. Who knows, at least at Truist Park.
Yeah, that's a good point. Got the trade deadline coming up. So climbing in, Marcell Ozuna. And the first pitch on the way from the knuckle scraper Rogers, and a fly ball to right field. Yastrzemski to the line at the sidewall. Goes up on it with 1 foot, and that's out of his reach. 0-1 on Ozuna. For Ozuna, this is his 6th season in a Braves uniform. 140 homers as a Brave. There's a ball outside.
That's a lot.
He's a dozen homers from 300 for his career. 1-1 pitch. That's fouled off right there at the feet of the catcher, Patrick Bailey. (9-3) Giants, bottom of the 9th. 1-2 from Rogers. Sent foul off the end of the bat into the seats down the right field line. Altogether, 13 seasons in the big leagues for Ozuna. Between the Marlins, Cardinals, and Braves. 1-2 frisbees outside. That slider missed. 2-2. This season, Ozuna with 13 home runs. Batting .235. 2 missed outside, 3-2. A called third strike on the inside corner. Looked like it missed inside, but that call kind of fits the score. Curveball in the inside corner for a called third strike. One away here in the 9th inning.
Yeah, Ryan Wills has, the last couple of innings, been very generous.
Profar, check swing, got a piece of it, fouled it off. No balls and a strike. All right, so this upcoming road trip is technically a 4-city trip, given that we'll finish with the game in Bristol. That'll be one game there after we start that series against the Reds in Cincinnati. 0-1 to Profar. Bounced over by the Braves dugout. So we'll go to Texas, then to Kansas City, and we have you for the first 2 stops of the trip, right?
That's it.
All
yes,
right.
sir.
Then we go to Cincinnati, and Darren O'Day will be joining us in Cincinnati for 2 games there, and then the game at Bristol Motor Speedway. That ball's hit very well towards the gap in right center field, down for a base hit, rolling to the base of the wall. Jerickson Profar into second base. He's got himself a double and a 2-hit game. Need about 10 more of those.
You know what would be cool is in the game in Bristol, is just have a race going on too.
Oh, during the game?
Yes.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah. And the warning track would be part of the racetrack, so there's definitely a reason to have it be a warning track.
Yeah, I don't think they'd be getting too close to the wall there.
No.
That ball will be fouled off by Olson. And Olson loops one to left field. That'll hang up enough for Ramos to make the catch. And back to second base for Profar. I'll tell you what, those NASCAR commentators are incredible. I don't know if you've ever listened to too many races on the radio.
I have.
And they're just seamless.
Yeah.
And they'll have 4 broadcasters simultaneously handing it off to each other. And the guys on television do a great job as well. Mike Joy is just a legend of broadcasting. There's a called strike on Drake Baldwin. And, of course, you get to watch the race on television. A lot of those guys on TV are terrific. But I worked at a radio station one time where I was running the board for NASCAR races on the radio. Baldwin swings and misses. And those guys were just smooth as silk passing it off to each other.
And you're right about the handoff, because it's like they're all stationed in the 4 corners.
Right. Speaking of handoffs, I look forward to handing this one off to Barrett Sallee for the post-game show coming up. There's the 0-2 pitch on the way to Drake Baldwin. Missed high with a sinker, and this game will go on for at least one more pitch. 9-3 Giants, bottom of the 9th. 1-2. Broken bat roller to short, charging Adames, scoops, transfers, and fires in time for the out. And the Giants take the game, and with it the series. Braves won game 1, 9-5, but lost last night 9-0. They were down 9-0 at one point in this game, and they cannot recover from Devers and the offensive attack from the Giants. And San Francisco wins it by a final score of 9-3. For the Braves in the 9th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left. Final score, Giants 9, Braves 3. Back with the totals after this.
Hey, Braves fans, summer is officially here, and you know what that means. Bugs, termites, mosquitoes, ants, and roaches will be out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Braves. So